All right. Oh, we should be live, I think. Let me make sure that is the case. All right. Let's just go ahead and get this party started.
If you visit the Rippaverse, you'll see just how I move differently. Got more arm hair than an armchair. That's why they call me Papa Bear, because it is what it is. What it is, ain't it? What it is what it is, and that's it. My business got so many factors, and I got so many detractors. Those suckers gonna meet to me, and Iceland's gonna sue me, because it is what it is. What it is, ain't it? What it is what it is, and that's it. Got 100,000 comics without any buyers, and a lot of insurance for warehouse fires, because it is what it is, and what it is and ain't it. What it is what it is, and that's it. I sold 3D assets to a bunch of asshats for a pile of cash that's all gone up in smoke, because it is what it is. What it is, ain't it? What it is what it is, and that's it. You know a grifter's gonna grift and a scammer gonna scam. Next I'll sell these morons a comic about horsemen, because it is what it is, and what it is and ain't it. What it is what it is, and that's it. You know a grifter's gonna grift and a scammer gonna scam. Next I'll sell these morons a comic about horsemen, because it is what it is. What it is, ain't it? What it is what it is, and that's it.
All right, everybody. How's it going? I made some changes to the setup, so I'm not hearing that little crackling noise anymore. That's really juicy. Just what I thought. I fixed it. But, man, we got a lot to talk about tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let me see who's in the chat really quick before I do my spiel. Oh, God, people are bitching at me for being 1 minute late. I am so sorry, Tony. Omega Tony is God. I know. Typical frog. I operate on frog time. What can I say? Really happy you're able to stream tonight. Thank you, Zombie Bomb. You're so nice. AC, I was looking away and was like, who the fuck is near my room? Grabs his gun. Then I realized the stream is on. Hey, I know, right? I thought your butthole would be probably too sore to sit at the computer. You know what? My butthole is incredibly sore. But the show must go on. Kat and Chaz, I got to go to bed. Have a good stream. Have a good night, Chaz. I love you, buddy. Green Beetle Lives Matter. All right, so before we begin, gotta do my horse shit. Gotta do my spiel. All right, so greetings, everybody. I'm glad to be here once again for another exciting episode of the watchfrogs. This is the 105th episode. I appreciate every single one of you joining as always. Now, before we begin, please be aware I am streaming on dlive, Trovo, Kick, Facebook, Rumble, X, formerly known as Twitter, Twitch.tv, and YouTube. Also, BitChute, brand new platform. For those who enjoy or prefer the audio-only experience of the show, you can head over to Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else where podcasts exist. Of course, links are in the description. There are also a handful of other ways for you to support the show. And to keep me independent, feel free to head over to my Subscribe Star page, my Locals page, or toss a generous donation to my Cash App. I'll greatly appreciate it. Yes, I certainly will. Let me go ahead and make sure that BitChute is operational, because this is the second time going live. The people at BitChute contacted me. They wanted to make sure everything was Gucci. Everything was kosher. Oh my God, I got pop-up ads. All right, we got views. Let me see what's going on here. Let me make sure this thing is live. Okay, we're live. We're live there. Make sure Rumble is working. Rumble should be working, I think. And we are. We're live everywhere, guys. This is fantastic. And my intro is a little inaccurate because I am not live on Facebook anymore. I've been kicked off the platform temporarily until I get 100 people to follow the page, link in the description, share it with your boomer dad, your boomer mom, your boomer grandparents, whatever the case may be, boomer friends, don't matter. Boomer book, link in the description, follow, like, all that jazz, interact with the page so I can stream on the platform once again. and spread truth and knowledge to the Facebook platform. Apparently, Mark Zuckerberg is like BFFs with Trump now, which is fantastic, which is what we want. Shit. Let's see. I was thinking about the problem you have with your puppets, and I figured you could get rid of the smell by using white yarn for the ejaculation. All right, first off, Zombie Bomb, get your mind out of the gutter. I know you've been hanging out with disgusting individuals who will not be named on this platform, on this show, because it will bring about drama and heat that I do not want, okay? So get your mind out of the gutter, get yourself a new set of friends who aren't people that we both know, and leave the puppets out of it, okay? The puppets remain untouched, okay? So I was like thinking, is there anything worthy to talk about in regards to pop culture? And honestly, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing to talk about in regards to pop culture. Video gaming's dead. The Gamergate guys lost. The movie, the only movie that was worth talking about was that Deadpool 3 movie. And my goodness, the fucking whirlwind of shit that I reaped by saying I did not like that movie, unbelievable. Unfathomable, even, especially among like my friends. They liked the movie, and again, if you liked the movie, whatever, man. If you enjoyed it, again, I didn't like hate it so much. I just like didn't think it was good. You know, like I was bored. You know, hold up. All right, I got my dog with me, so if she gets up, that means I got to take her out. But all right, never mind. She's about to go to bed. So holy shit. But politics though. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of crime stuff that ties into the political stuff, because the trajectory of the election really depended on who Kamala Harris picked as VP. Because everybody sees Kamala Harris for what she is, this incompetent jackass who has no clue what's going on. She doesn't make any sense. She's more of a mush mouth than myself. You know what I mean? Just totally clueless. Hearing her makes me wish that Joe Biden would come back. And by the way, he might. There's rumors spurring that the Biden camp, the Biden loyalists within the White House and within government are going to kind of corral around him and prop him up once again because Kamala Harris ain't it. I'm not really worried about the outcome of the 2024 general election at this moment in time. Again, right now would be the best time to bet that President Trump is going to win this thing convincingly. It might even be called the very same day as the election in November. But right now would be the best time because right now the odds are not in his favor. They're slowly trending upward, which is what I would predict. It's what I predicted, and it's also what Six Hexenhammer predicted, and it's what Richard Barris of the People's Pundit has been saying. So we'll see. We'll see. However, there are major primaries ongoing right now. Oh my God, I heard that poppy noise again, but my audio is still there. God damn it. Dude, that electrical outage that I had, the lightning struck and just ruined everything. Again, I can't wait to get rid of this road mixer. I'm probably going to put this thing up on OfferUp or something and just get rid of it and get something more simple. Let's see. I just watched Dark City last night. Nothing I have seen after 2,000 matches that it's just garbage now. No respect for the craft at all. I have not seen Dark City, but I've heard nothing but good things about that. Carl Johansson, and I got to watch that. It's probably something I would recommend to my co-host Cheese. And but it's hard. Like getting him to watch a good movie is like, you know, pulling someone's teeth. You know, the boy just does not want to watch good cinema. The boy wouldn't know good cinema if it smacked him in the cock. It's really unfortunate because I'm trying to educate the boy. I'm trying to steer him in the right direction. And he just wants to watch fucking Disney, Marvel, Star Wars shit. And I'm like, dude, this stuff is garbage. And you know, like we had a cordial conversation about Deadpool 3. And I stand by everything that I said. You know, it's basically like a Reddit. It's like Reddit the movie. It really is. It was good. I used to really love that movie. I don't know how well Dark City aged, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna watch it anyways. And I try to like take myself out of this mindset that like if it's old, it's dated, and it's not that good. It's a really horrible way to look at cinema because there's a lot of really good stuff out there that's a lot older. Like I just rewatched Inherit the Wind. I ended up seeing that when I was a lot younger. However, it aged really, really well, and the philosophy surrounding both sides of the issues in the movie Inherit the Wind. Who knows? Maybe I'll get Cheese to watch that and see what he thinks. I think that'd be a really, really great movie to discuss and to review together. Let's see, Zombie Bomb. I decorated a bathroom like the dark green one from the movie once. Miss it. Love that room. All right. Well, let's just get into the politics stuff so we can move on to the more fun stuff. So yeah, District 4, Washington. This is one of the more important races that we're looking out for. Dan Newhouse is a Republican. He's one of the original impeachment pussies. There were about like 11 or 12 of them, and they're all gone. However, Dan Newhouse is clinging on, but barely. So we got oh, never mind, he won. I think he won. Yeah, 99% of the votes are in, and it does unfortunately appear that Dan Newhouse will continue to be the Republican congressman in this location. Let me go ahead and refresh this really quick. Make sure that he wasn't knocked off. No, yeah, dude, he's gonna be it. So yeah, this is really unfortunate. I think they have like a jungle primary or some kind of goofy way of voting. I'm not really a fan of it. I mean, look at this. Look at all this shit. Pathetic. So Dan Newhouse gets to survive once again because of the way Washington State does their nonsense. Let me see. Yeah, they're pretty much done voting. Oh, look how quickly they got around to getting that done. All right, well, looks like Dan Newhouse won. Trump is gonna take a fat L. You love cheese. I do love cheese. I love cheese. I respect, a little cheesy poo, but the boy's got no taste. And I'm trying to, introduce these new things and widen his palette, if you will, his artistic palette. That's all I'm saying. All these I don't. People wonder why these Gen Zers are so apathetic. I would be apathetic too, with all the content that's being like pushed out into the ether. It's all garbage. I wouldn't care about any of this stuff either. I would just completely tap out. And it sucks because unknown to them, there's a whole world of cinema that is legitimately good, that is pure, that has soul, that has integrity, that is art in the truest sense. Unfortunately, the 99.9% of the stuff that's published out there is just not. It ain't it. It ain't it. Like this year, the only thing that I was really looking forward to was that Gojira -1. That was actually pretty damn good. And there's gonna be this M. Night Shyamalan movie that comes out, I think, at the end of this month, called Trapped or something. One thing that I took issue with was the latest trailer just revealed way too much. There was just way too much shit in the trailer, and it's like, dude, you had a really great premise, you had us interested, and then you release this trailer and there's just too much shit in it. Like, now we kind of know what happens, But you know what? It's not out yet. I'm gonna give it a fair shake, the way that I gave Deadpool 3 a fair shake. And we'll see. I'll probably drag one of my best friends to go see it. But I can't imagine like my core group of friends would want to go see it. They like that normie shit like Deadpool 3. So yeah, fuck Dan Newhouse. You can suck a cock. Trump should have been more. Should have been clever, man. Should have known better. You're all coming outside with me for like half an hour. Don't say anything to freak my neighbors out. Hey. So if I start saying offensive words, what's gonna happen? 1OG. The reasons movies suck so much now is that all the sets are AI generated, all CG. The set construction used to be very individualistic and a huge part of the art. That is certainly true, and that's like one of the things that that almost ruined the immersion going into Deadpool 3. It just looks so cheap and so fake. And you had Wesley Snipes in the film, Channing Tatum, Ryan Reynolds. I mean, just like legitimate rock stars. And it's a Disney, Marvel, whatever movie, and it just looked incredibly cheap. I didn't like it. I didn't really care too much for it. They will laugh at you for not sounding as badass as me. Yeah, you're probably right, Zombie Bomb. Probably right. But in bigger news, Cori Bush, the Bolshevik congresswoman, a very ghetto woman. This is one of the defund the policers. She wants to replace them with social workers and trans kids and put porn in the classrooms and shit like that. She's gone. A lot of these, they call them the squad for whatever reason. Back when the millennials were astroturfing the word squad, they're like, oh yeah, I'm rolling up in the club with my squad. So she was one of these squad members, along with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Jamal Bowman. I Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib, just unbelievably fat, obnoxious women in government. And Cori Bush was one of them, one of the more nefarious individuals in Congress. Well, she lost to Wesley Bell, who ran a more moderate campaign. It seems like people just don't have an appetite for this shit anymore, and they ousted her. I don't recall exactly what Cori Bush did to receive such a convincing result, a massive L. Actually, what I do recall was there was a massive scandal where she was using campaign funds to pay for her fat husband's salary. And apparently he was like head of her security or something like that. And he didn't do anything at all. He was just a lazy bum. But he was receiving fat checks, and she was being investigated for it. I don't think anything came of it, because it's like election finance laws. The only person who gets held accountable for anything like that is Trump, and even then, he didn't do anything wrong. So yeah, pretty hilarious. So she's gone, and people are posting all these hilarious pictures of her crying and shit, and this is good. Just like Jamal Bowman, another crybaby, another one of these defund the policers. He was a government worker anyways, so the less of these government workers who end up in elected office, the better the country is. And I don't know what else there is to say about this. This is kind of surprising to me. I completely forgot that this was going to happen. And then, of course, this morning, I looked at the landscape, and of course, I called it on Facebook not long ago. I'm just like, yeah, she's going to lose. This is done. Wesley Bell ran a really good campaign. He was also really well funded. And also just people are just sour on the far leftist politics, on all this Bolshevik nonsense. So yeah, kudos to the people of her district for ousting her over in Missouri. This is District 1. Oh God, I'm so sick of these primaries, man. They should just have them all in one day. This is fucking tiring. I hate talking about this shit. Let's see. How did she die? Who are you talking about, MTMG? She did not die. She did not die. But her career is, however, dead. I don't know. She'll probably get a slot on MSNBC. She'll probably be a guest speaker on CNN. She's not going to go anywhere, per se. She'll probably join some activist organization and do outreach. Just some useless position to keep her busy, to make her feel important. Because a lot of these people are worthless, and they can't really do anything. And whenever they're given any sort of power, they just ruin everything. They ruin the country. So the less of these people, the better. Is Wesley Bell going to be any better? Probably not. Probably not. He'll probably be just as bad, just as woke, but he's not as obnoxious, and he's a man. So that might count for something. Bro, I love how every other word out of your mouth is fat when you're talking smack. Well, dude, look, man, look, I try not to judge people, on their appearances, but when you're in government and you're fucking fat, and like food is just unattainable for the majority of Americans as of right now in 2024 due to inflation, due to the horrific economy. Yeah, I'm going to make fun of you. I'm going to call you out. If you're an elected official and you're fat, you're fucking Chris Christie, unbelievably fat and annoying. Stacey Abrams, another fat pig in government. A do-nothing woman, just completely low IQ, but somehow unbelievably rich. Yeah, they deserve to be called out. Why are you hanging out on Facebook with the boomers and the bots? First off, there's no bots there. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg dealt with them. Are you hiding from me? No, I'm not hiding from you. I'm not hiding from you at all. I don't know what you're talking about. And Ivan Lozano, thank you for that comment. So yeah, this is a cause to celebrate. I wish I had some wine with me, but I'm out of wine, and I'm trying to be more responsible and make more healthier life choices. So I got this big ass jug of water. Oh yeah. By the way, special announcement. This coming Sunday night, around 6 p.m., probably 7-ish, I will be debating an engineer, a nuclear engineer. He worked on submarines, about the validity of the moon landing. And this time, I will use philosophy to my advantage once again. However, I'm going to come with receipts. I'm going to come with tangible evidence to suggest that my position is not far-fetched. I will be defending the common man. I will be defending the skeptical mind. I will be defending those who seek open inquiry and sober dialogue. Ozzy and Talks is going to get fucking smacked down once again, even though he's a moderator, and he's not going to be the one I'm debating, but I know him and the engineer guy. I forget his name. I think his name is like Adam or Aaron or something. I'm gonna fucking rip his boy to pieces. It's gonna be biblical. Unlike, again, I beat Ozzy and Talks in the debate. I beat Pisco Liddy in the debate, and I wasn't even prepared. It wasn't even planned. It kind of just happened, and it's gonna happen again. But I'm gonna be in my prime. Okay, I'm gonna be fucking ready, and it's gonna be fucked up, and it needs to happen because these NASA fuckboys are just so relentless and ruthless in their behavior towards individuals like me who just want to know the truth and who want to know what is going on in the real world. And they want to hold the government accountable for the claims that they make. And that isn't a far-fetched position. That's not like some fucking right-wing conspiracy bro douchebag nonsense. This is just me talking. And I see the way that these people behave. I went out like a couple weeks ago, and like I don't publish what I do on my private time. I don't let people really know. I don't advertise that information because I do value my privacy to a degree. And this fucking idiot, Ozzy and Talks, ends up publishing my DMs, and I said what I was doing on a certain day. And I told him, like, dude, what the fuck's your problem? You know, where's the etiquette? Where's the respect? You know, where's this camaraderie between content creators? You know, like, he has kids and he's got a wife. Like, I wouldn't publicize what he does on his free time with who, where, and when. But he did not extend that courtesy to me, so I think very little of Ozzy and Talks. I'm not a fan of this guy. And I see the way that he treats other people like myself who are skeptical of claims made by the government like we landed on the moon. It's just unbelievably disgusting. I mean, there wasn't anything like super personal in it, but again, it's the principle that matters. You don't just publish people's fucking DMs like that unless you absolutely have to. And it was over some misunderstanding because I was going to debate this conservative woman who thought it would be easy to debate me. And of course she backed out. I would too if I was her. And then he's like, well, what about this guy? And I thought it was the engineer dude. And he moved up the timetable. And he's like, hey, Aaron's ready to go. And I'm like, I can't because I'm going out tonight. So when he's like, hey, are you ready for the debate? I'm like, I thought this guy canceled. It was a total innocent mistake. Totally innocent mistake. And I owned up to it. But he wants to fucking come at me and publish my fucking DMs and what I'm doing and when. And it's just bullshit. And again, I don't trust this guy. But I would never do that to him because I know he's got a family and stuff. And again, I believe in karma. I believe in cosmic justice. I believe in God's wrath. And if I endanger somebody by posting their activity out in the real world, I think that's going to come back to me. I really do believe that. Ozzy and Talks does not believe in God, though. And he's an atheist of sorts, whatever that means. And he probably does not share that worldview. And again, he just wanted to dunk on me. And it was just total bullshit. So yeah, very upsetting. Very upsetting. Let's see. I'm escaping and going to the kitchen where you belong, Otter Kids. Ask about the Titan submarine. I probably should. What's a Titan submarine? Let me know in the chat. A politician is by definition someone telling people to control themselves, follow the law, and a fat politician indicates a lack of self-control. So to rule, you must have the discipline. I agree. NASA equals never a straight answer. Correct. I agree with that. I like that. Tell me where Ozian is now. I don't know where Ozian is now. I don't even know where he lives. I don't care where he lives. I just know that this Sunday, I'll post a link in the chat or on my community page on YouTube and on Twitter that I'm going to be going live and debating these fucking NASA fuckboys, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. I don't believe the moon landing because NASA were Nazis, and Nazis are liars and bad, as I am told. Friedrich Marx, that's true. By the way, Friedrich Marx, when we were talking, I loved that boomer lore that the boomers are clinging on to. It's really the last of the boomer mythology, you know, because all the boomer mythology has been pretty much destroyed, right? You know, like the World War II is not that great. All this other bullshit, you know, it's just completely destroyed. However, they're clinging on to the moon landing, and that's really all they got left. So I hope to dismantle this regime-approved narrative, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, with that being said, fat politician Cori Bush, ghetto woman, defund the policer, you know, pushes this insane climate horseshit. She's gone. Thank goodness. Let's see. What is this here? Who are we looking at? Josh Hawley won. Predictable. The gubernatorial candidate ended up winning. Mike Kehoe, the Trump endorsed candidate, he won pretty convincingly. Good for him. Let's see. We're looking for, I think, a Bob Ondor. Where's this guy at? He probably lost, to be honest. Oh, what the fuck? I don't know where he won. Boom. Bob Ondor, the Trump-approved candidate, out of fucking nowhere, 92% reporting in, ends up beating Kurt Schaefer in Missouri. This is a great night for MAGA, you guys. This is a fantastic night for MAGA. The MAGA candidates are winning convincingly. The one L we're going to have to take is the Dan Newhouse. Dan Newhouse is going to stick around. Very unfortunate. There needs to be more of a concentrated effort to remove this bitch from office. That'd be great. You only have 2 followers on Facebook. I know, Zombie Bomb, get on there and fucking follow me. I don't believe the moon landing because I already read that. I already read all this. Okay. So yeah, this is great news. This is really great news. Let me see. What else have we got here? Yeah, this is gonna be great. Josh Hawley's obviously gonna be the next senator in Missouri. He's not gonna go anywhere. District 1. Andrew Jones is probably gonna win this one convincingly. Actually, no, I take that back. District 1 is, if I remember correctly, this is very, very liberal. There's not a lot of people voting in these fucking districts. But Bob Ondor, man, we absolutely needed that in District 3. Yeah, they really wanted this guy to lose. They really, really wanted this guy to lose. Fantastic night. And I think all the MAGA candidates in the other states are doing okay. I wonder where Joe Kent is. Let me see. Let me just look him up really quick. Joe Kent. Where you at, buddy? Let's see. First results from Clark in Cowlitz counties and commanding leads for Gluskamp, Perez, and Joe Kent. So yeah, these 2 are going to go up against each other. No doubt about that. He ended up losing to her last time around. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Oh, God. Whew. It's fucking hot in Vegas. Let me see. What else do we got here? Yeah, the Groypers, like, felted him or something, but, like, he came back. Yeah, man. Yeah, the guy's a total stud, man. I hope he pulls this out. Great ally to Trump. I think he's a solid, clean candidate. It's got a really sad backstory. All the more reason to support him. Trump needs to really prop these people up, man. He's been fucking around for way too long. Way, way too long. All right. So, we got to get into Kamala Harris. Like, I want to talk about Josh Shapiro in a moment. I think it's too soon. But Kamala Harris ended up picking this guy, Tim Walz, to be the vice presidential running mate. And a lot of people are kind of like, they're trying to astroturf him, and immediately they're tearing him apart. I think it was a very desperate move to pick somebody like this. I think the prevailing theory around Shapiro is not true at all, that there's like a lot of anti-Semitism in the party, etc. I don't think that's entirely accurate. I think this is more of the fact that Kamala Harris is going to lose some battleground states. It's very possible that she loses all of them. However, the internal polling is so terrible that she is likely to lose Minnesota. So she picked Tim Walz in a desperate maneuver to salvage her campaign, to salvage the general election. And I don't think it's going to work for her the way that they think. The fact that Minnesota is potentially, it's competitive. The fact that it's competitive and that you picked what you think is a popular governor in that state suggests to me that Virginia is on the map. Maine is on the map. New Hampshire is on the map. New Mexico is on the map. Arizona and Nevada are certainly on the map. And that's it. Like, she's done. If they, because they're probably going to rig it in Pennsylvania. Let's just be real here. Josh Shapiro, the governors, they absolutely have a say in how these elections are conducted and how smoothly they go, for lack of better words, for their preferred candidate. So it's very possible PA does not go in the direction that we would like. However, a lot of things can happen from here until November. And one thing to be mindful of, a lot of people online, again, people who just don't understand strategy, who don't understand, war, war of ideas, etc., especially in politics. Kamala Harris, while on the surface does have the delegates to be the official nominee, they haven't had the Democratic National Convention yet in Illinois, and I think in Chicago. They're going to have that in the middle of the month. So we are nearly at the middle of the month. What is it? We're at the 6th. It's the 6th right now of August 6th of 2024. And a lot of things can happen from here until the convention. I think Trump is waiting until after the convention to go for the jugular. And I think that is the right move. So what he should be doing right now is propping up his preferred candidates, propping up the good guys, it might be too late now. I think primaries are officially over as of tonight. But what he should have done is that. And you know what? The people that won already, prop them up, campaign with them. I liked what he did with Aiden Ross. And he's like driving around in a Cybertruck and all that shit. Awesome. People love that stuff. Over 400,000 views on this stream. It was Aiden Ross's return to streaming, and he's hanging out with Trump. And a lot of these really cooler streamers are doing that. They're hanging out with the Orange Man, and I think that's what he should be doing. And let the DNC let their astroturfed creators create this facade that Kamala Harris is competitive, that she's popular, because she's not. I mean, much like Joe Biden, she's in hiding. I honestly don't believe that she's going to win. If you were a betting man or woman, you should have placed bets on Trump yesterday. And you would have made out like a bandit in November 2024, which I plan to. Kamala picking Waltz indicates either a lot of blue wall states are in play or that they plan on openly stealing the election and delegates don't matter. The latter is my guess. There has to be a will to do this, though. There has to be a will to do this, and I just don't believe that there is. I mean, one white pill that I can extend to you guys is Arizona. One of the most fraudulent and corrupt politicians, Stephen Richter, over in Arizona, he lost his election convincingly. And Garrett Archer, another one of these election bitches, the election truthers, he's going around like, dude, Maricopa incoming, man. Dude, the guy was coping so fucking hard. It was the funniest shit to me. I was on the floor crying, laughing hysterically. And he's like, Maricopa incoming, dude. Here it comes. Here it comes. And all of the good guys won. And all the bad people are on their way out. So yeah, Tim Walz, you're absolutely correct, Carl Johansson. Tim Walz is a very desperate pick. He looks kind of like Joe Biden, old white dude. He's holding a shotgun. Papa Biden. He's like, oh, all you need is a shotgun. They're trying to bring that imagery into the subconscious of their voters to remind them, like, hey, like we still got this guy that you're familiar with. I don't think it's going to work. The guy's got a lot of baggage. I mean, as soon as he was announced, I announced it before everybody else. But as soon as it was officially announced, people just went straight for the jugular, making stolen valor claims, which appear to be genuine as of now. The guy is just super woke, just as woke as Kamala Harris. And there's a lot of, bad shit out there of Kamala Harris. And she's dialing back a lot of her campaign promises. She's walking back a lot of those campaign promises she's made when she was a primary candidate in 2020. And even now, if we go to the Kamala Harris website here, let me see if I can find it first. Let me see. KamalaHarris.com. So this is the official Kamala Harris website. I'm viewing this on PC. There's no information about this fucking candidate, you guys. None whatsoever. Here, let's close this out. What issues does this woman support? What does she believe? What is her ethos, her credo? None. There's nothing here. FAQs. Yeah, it's all about donating. It's all about money. It's all about receiving a receipt. There's literally no issues here. You go to Trump's website, compare and contrast. People know what he's about. People know what he wants to do. This is nothing. Guys, this is the official KamalaHarris.com website. She's not advertising any position at all. Hey, I got high. All right, you're fucking degenerate. You sicken me. You're a pig. Stop doing drugs. Okay, it's Tuesday night. You need to chill out. Nothing happened in Arizona. They openly stole it from Kari Lake. Well, that was last time. I'm talking about the recent primary, Carl Johansson. Kari Lake won her primary for U.S. Senate. Yes, I'm aware they stole it from her. Yes, I got to stick up my ass about it. And I'm very, very sour grapes. And it's embarrassing that a cat lady, whatever her stupid name is, Katie Hobbs, it's upsetting that she won. Very upsetting. Her site wants money. Ask her. Friedrich Marx. I can't complete that sentence, man. You're going to get me into a lot of trouble. But yeah, we're going to get into those people in a minute. But yeah, compare and contrast, man. So yeah, racist remarks from Kamala Harris. From her Magic American activist tied to Kamala Harris could spell trouble for Dem ticket. Fuck white women. A pair of black female activists who have met with Vice President Harris several times and previously vowed to get real serious about helping her become the next president could alienate some of the white women for Kamala supporters with their past rhetoric as they mobilize ahead of November's election. Cora Masters-Berry, an appointee of Democratic D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, and longtime civil rights activist and Melanie Campbell, who leads a national coalition, blah, 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 have visited the White House more than 50 times combined during the Biden regime, including nearly a dozen visits with Harris or her staff, Fox Digital, blah, 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 found. Weeks before President Biden and Harris were sworn in office, blah, 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 approximately 164,000 women hopped on a Zoom call. I don't believe this at all. This seems fake to me. Which is organized by Moms Demand Action founder Shannon Watts and other female celebrities. A call titled White Women Answer the Call reportedly raised millions of dollars for Harris' campaign and could be a major fundraising force over the next few months. Yeah, the economy is really rough, and I'm supposed to believe she netted almost $300 million. I doubt it. Most of that probably came from like Target, Walmart, Netflix, Disney. However, the unearthed comments from the two activists could cause some internal tensions for the Harris campaign as they look to mobilize different voting blocs and have called for unity. It's like, yeah, never mind these people say fuck white women. Let's just unify. Come on, because orange man bad, right? Never mind that you're teaming up with vile racists. If you claim to stand for unity, you need to do more than just use the word. Harris recently said, we have to change our strategy. We got to get our people. We have to get they got their people. They got all the trailer parks all covered, Barry said during the Zoom. All them people up in West Virginia and the hills are covered. They got them all the way there to Wall Street. I'm reading this and how they're quoting it, you guys. I'm not this retarded. Trump did that, and we're sitting here talking about the white women. Fuck the white women. Excuse me, forget the white women. They're going to do what the white men tell them to do, Barry continued, eliciting laughter and clapping from Campbell. What they tell themselves, Campbell interjected. They be smiling in their faces. They want to stay in charge, Barry continued, with Campbell reacting affirmatively in the background. I don't care nothing about them. We got to do what we got to do. Barry went on to say that the black community has to get real serious about organizing to elect Kamala Harris as the next president of the United States, and that she doesn't want no woman's parade. If they have another women's march, I'll go over there and I can't even repeat this. This is illegal right here, Barry said. Barry also attacked supporters of then President Trump, comparing them to the KKK by saying, I'm not saying everyone who voted for Trump is wearing a white sheet, but they got one in their closet. And it comes out when we start messing with the economic value or the balance of power. These fucking bitches are dumb. Another quote here, and that's not going to happen if we don't reach all of our black people, because they're the ones who are going to put her in there, Barry added. Those white folks ain't going to put her in there. Yeah, that's the hope, right? Am I surprised? No, I am frustrated. Yeah, determined that we had to still find a way to get up and deal with it. Campbell said, what I'm not interested in doing is what I did Cora in 2016, is have these fruitless conversations with my white girlfriends who want to tell me we need to sit down and have a conversation. No, we don't. You need to go talk to your sister. You need to go talk to your cousin. I have no interest in understanding why white folks do what they do. They do what they do because they doing what they do. If I was them, they're fighting to stay in charge and in control. That's what they're doing. I ain't mad at them. What I am is mad at us, Barry added, referring to the black community. Near the end of the Zoom call, Barry said it is the perfect time to mobilize black voters and push their agenda because there's a whole lot of white guilt money out there. Yeah, so she knows what's up. She knows where the fucking money's at. I don't know what else I need to say. But yeah, guys, this is happening. This is fucking real. This is how these activists talk when they don't think anybody's listening. Just unbelievably racist, unbelievably hateful. And if you're of European stock, like, there's no sense in teaming up with these people. They hate you because of the color of your skin, because of the heritage of your family, because of the accomplishments of your country. I'm reading this. There's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of resentment. There's a lot of anger and self-pity. There's no reconciling with individuals like this. There's no reaching somebody this bigoted and hateful and racist. This is unbelievably racist. You compare and contrast this with what the Trump camp is saying. They're like, hey, we have these voters out there that may not necessarily be like us or from our neighborhoods. How can we reach them? How can we talk with them? How can we undo the damage done by regime media and break through the falsehoods, break through the fake hate crime narratives, et cetera, et cetera. But here you have like what appear to be legitimate far leftists who have real racial animus in their heart, talking about circumventing the so-called white people. So yeah, this is just par for the course. And again, stuff like this is what the Trump camp needs to be talking about. This is what the influencers need to be talking about, instead of talking about the color of Kamala Harris's skin or whether or not she's really black or whatever. Like, I don't really care about any of that shit. I think all that stuff is stupid and a waste of time. They need to be talking about Democrats wanting to put pornography into the hands of children in the public schools. That is not a myth. That is not a lie. This is literally what they want to do. They've been caught, and they need to be talking about Lake and Riley and all these other women and even children who have been raped and have been murdered by illegal aliens that are doing the Macarena across the border. They need to be dealt with. They need to be talked about, and we can't lose, get our eyes off the prize here. So zero strategy. Again, I think the Trump camp is doing the right thing. However, the influencers, they're just, I don't know what I don't know what they're doing. Because I compare and contrast the difference between the so-called right-wing influencers and the left-wing influencers. The left-wing influencers, I'll give them this. The smarter ones kind of deviated away from, woke politics or the id pull stuff. And they're talking about the issues. They're talking about insurrection. They're talking about, reproductive rights and shit like that. I don't agree with it, but I agree with how they're handling it. They're handling it well, speaking as a political operative. Let me read some of these comments really quick. Man, I know, right? Yeah, you guys like that? My dramatic reading. Let's see. Oh man, I gotta drag up a bit. Her site wants money. I hope Katie Hobbs has a cat named Calvin. That would be deliciously ironic. Yes, it would. She's not clever enough. She's also probably unbelievably soulless and wouldn't enjoy good art like the Calvin and Hobbes series. They be smiling in the faces. Let's see. If you're fuck white women, voting Mama K might be viable. Shut up. Look at those tigers. Cute tigers. She mean. Mama K got 200 mil from Papa J. Buddy called APAC. I know, right? Tigers are being better parents than most Magic Americans. Probably. Oh shit. He has a white girlfriend. What does Shishisha have to say about that? Oh man. If we squeeze all the oil out of them, what would that be used for? I don't know. Powering up the economy. Yeah, we don't even need a drill. Just wring out their pillows. When Mama K wins, Yankland is going to sink into the biggest economic K-hole. Dude, we're already there. We could maybe lubricate the machinery. Are you going to cover the Olympics? I don't know, AC. I don't think so. I don't really care about the Olympics. It's too normie for me. Reproduction rights. Ovens don't need rights. Biggers need rights. Cool. No, there really isn't anything to talk about the Olympics about. Like, I know a lot of people are making a big deal about that boxer or whatever. Like, again, like, I don't really care because a lot of those athletes, their political opinions run contrary to what I believe. They promote the globalist agenda. They promote internationalist sentiments. And if these women who are pushing for the destruction of my people and they're getting beat up, I don't really care. And then, of course, the only cool part about the Olympics was that opening bit from Gojira where they're like fucking rocking out. There's like a headless woman. I think it was Marie Antoinette and just fucking badass, right? And then that was like what 2.5, maybe 3 minutes. After that, they trot out this fat guy with blue body paint on. He's looking like Oliver Anthony. And then they're mocking baby Jesus. They're mocking God. They're mocking, Trump. They're mocking my values. There's just nothing there for me to talk about. I think it's all stupid and cringe and a jackass endeavor to even watch, let alone participate in. I just don't care. I don't think it's anything good. It's also in France, so who cares? Fuck that shit. I mean, the events that are happening at the Olympics, like the lightning strike, accidents, robberies. No, I honestly haven't been following any of that. That seems more of like a local thing. There's more interesting stuff happening tonight, like Cori Bush being ousted. The surfing was in Tahiti this year, and white people won. I did see a lot of white people winning some very interesting contests. The marksman event was actually kind of funny. I like that Asian dude who was like, posing all sassy like and then shooting that little pistol. I'm not familiar with those guns that they're using. And that Turkish dude who was just like hand in the pocket, he clearly didn't give a shit. That was pretty funny. I've just seen pictures here and there, but I'm not really following it. I did hear about the outage, but I mean, did they have like a storm or something? I don't know. Or maybe the diversity hires weren't able to keep the power on for whatever reason. Again, it's France. Europe right now is in flames, especially the UK. So prayer warriors, do your thing. Let's hope that our brothers and sisters, the good ones in the UK, are safe because they're being hunted down by machete wielding maniacs, and I hate those machete wielding maniacs. They should go back to where they came from, if you know what I mean. So what else have we got here? Virtual roll call ends to elect Harris as Dem nominee for the 2024 race. Yeah, I'm not really going to read this article. I mentioned this briefly earlier. I'm not entirely convinced that she might even be the pick. Again, in the middle of the month of August 2024, the DNC is going to have their convention in Chicago. And a lot of things can happen from here to then. She's not a strong candidate. She's in hiding right now. They're calling President Trump a coward after he took a bullet to the face, and because they're claiming he doesn't want to debate. That's not true. He offered to debate her with an audience, like a real debate, an actual debate, which we haven't had in many, many years because of the COVIDs and because Biden's a retard and, he doesn't like loud noises and clapping and shit. He's like the aliens from Mars Attacks. And she said no. So she's cowering, she's hiding. But their hubris is going to be their great undoing. It's going to really unravel all this really, really nicely because they're making it seem like Trump is afraid, Trump is a coward. I think he's doing the right things. We just got to be patient. Again, a lot of things can happen from August right now to early November, which is right before the general election. And I would wait. If I was advising, I would be like, look, dude, hang out with Aiden Ross, hang out with these cool influencers, do really cool shit. Appear with Joe Rogan, do something fun, right? And get people pumped, get people to demand your presence. And you want to wait. So once the DNC has their convention, and then it's official in the minds of all Americans, including myself, because right now it's not official. There's a rumor going around that Joe Biden wants to make a comeback. He wants to stage a recoup, if you will, at the convention. He wants to plead his case that, he is fit to do this. Yeah, he had the sniffles or whatever, but now he's up and running and he's ready to finish what he started, which is what I want. I want him to come back, even though he is the stronger candidate. He's technically the better candidate, because Trump definitely wins in my mind if it's Kamala Harris that's nominated after the convention in Chicago. But I'm not so sure if it's Biden. Biden's going to put up a fight. The dude is a fighter. He sucks. He's, dumb, etc., etc. But the guy is a fighter, and he just knows where the bodies are buried. This guy has been in politics for, longer than my parents have been alive. And I want him to lose convincingly. I don't want him to lose like this. I mean, he's already lost, but I want him to lose to Trump in November. And I do want him to come back. And it's very possible that he does, because he's been very, very quiet. Kamala Harris is very, very quiet. I don't believe that this fake confidence, this astroturfing, the jackass influencers on the right, they may fall for it, but I don't. I see everything for what it is. So you'll see. I think I give it maybe a 65% chance that the Chicago convention in the middle of August is going to be very, very interesting. There's going to be a lot of plot twists that are going to unfold right before the country. Nah, he definitely ducked the pre-agreed to debate. Roto, that debate was between Trump and Biden. I want Joe Biden and Kamala to debate. Why would you want them to debate? They're on the same team. It's not going to help and bet you $100. Roto, I don't know if I want to bet you $100 because, again, I'm just operating off of, I'm a vibes guy, okay? I'm a vibes guy. Is Kamala 2024 inevitable? Maybe. I mean, all signs point to yes. It's not far-fetched to say that this is over and done with. But in my opinion, operating on my good vibes that haven't led me astray, I am not thoroughly convinced that she has it in the bag. And I think Biden is not going to go down without a fight. And if he does go down, he's going to go swinging like a retard in every direction, and he doesn't care who he hits because they did him really fucking dirty. They did Trump fucking dirty too. They did him dirty in 2020, and then they tried to assassinate him just a few short weeks ago, man. But it feels like ancient history. A lot of things are happening in the country right now. We're on the brink of an even bigger economic collapse. But the funny thing about the stock market crashing is like, dude, the economy is already incredibly terrible. We've already been in a recession. The feds have been lying and publishing bullshit articles after bullshit articles about the state of the economy. When Biden is confidently saying that inflation is up only 3%, it's like, yeah, dude, the jig is up. For over a year now, the good jobs have been going away. Pay has been stagnant once again, kind of like when Obama was president. There was hiring freezes, stagnant wages until the very last year when people actually had hope for the country. They had hope that we would escape Obamonomics and escape the internationalist agenda, if you will. We need your vibes for the Kamala campaign. Do me dirty, wink, wink. Cheese, just say win, baby. Just say win. No, I would never lift a finger for the Kamala campaign. I think Democrats are awful. Again, as a registered Democrat, I have not voted for a single Democrat in a very long time. How could I? How could I, knowing how evil and duplicitous and slimy and just outright degenerate that they are? Again, like the whole porn in the classrooms, like Republicans need to be talking about that nonstop. Aborting a child at 9 months, that's absolutely insane. Again, focusing on skin color and, Kamala Harris's heritage, whatever the hell she claims. I don't care what lies she makes up. And then the funny thing is, like, we know she's lying. All right. We know she's playing this id pull game. She's not that good at politics, but she's good at maneuvering in the dark. That's where she shines. That's her specialty. Again, I mean, she was like, in last place, second to last place in the primaries in 2020, and somehow ended up becoming the vice president and also somehow becoming the Democratic nominee for 2024. That takes mad skill. That does take mad skill. She's got a lot of people. a part of me thinks that a lot of it is luck, but it does take a little bit of skill to do what she did. And she's ruthless in that manner. The way that Hillary Clinton is ruthless. She'll kill anybody. She'll cut down anybody she has to protect Bill Clinton and his nefarious activities he gets up to on islands, etc. So yeah, we'll see. I just want to make sure my fat girl, is still sleeping. No, be nice, Cheese. Don't tell Rotor to shut up. Her only skill is sucking dick, bro. That's all. Hey, man, if that's what it takes to get to the top, I mean, who am I to rebuke her? Look, I get it, man. She's a cackling whore. But she outplayed all these dickheads that have been in government for what, 4 or 5 decades? So good for her. It's kind of hard to hate on somebody who comes out on top like that, regardless of how they get there. And again, I don't like her. What's the dog's name? Her name is Popcorn, because when she gets excited, she bounces up and down like popcorn. I didn't name her, by the way. She used to belong to my mother's boyfriend, and he's passed away. And he gave me the dog a long time ago because he wasn't able to care for her. So she's been with me for I don't even know how many years now. And yeah, she's an old girl. She's like 14, 15 years old. Yeah, be nice to me, please. Smiley face. Yeah, again, everybody's always welcomed here, regardless of what you believe. You guys are allowed to agree or disagree with me. Everybody be nice. Just watch out for Friedrich Marx. He bites. All right, let's move on. All right, so yeah, this is pretty interesting. This came from Jamie Ratskin, recently recovered from cancer. So Mike Engelman, here's Jamie Ratskin threatening that Democrats will overthrow insurrection, the government on January 6, 2025, and not certify the election when Trump is duly elected by the voters. Where is the FBI? Question mark. Let's hear what he has to say, though. Let's not put words in his mouth.
What can be put into the Constitution can slip away from you very quickly. And the greatest example going on right now before our very eyes is Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which they're just disappearing with a magic wand, as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer what it's stating. And so, they want to kick it to Congress. So it's going to be up to us on January 6, 2025, to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for everybody in Civil War conditions, all because the 9 justices, not all of them, but these justices who have not many cases to look at every year, not that much work to do, a huge staff, great protection, simply do not want to do their job and interpret what the great 14th Amendment means. And I'm glad that Sherilyn's creating her new.
Yeah, so this is they got like plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. They certainly plan, and this is the last step of their agenda, their plan, if they are unable to rig the election, if they are unable to take out the president in a video game, if they're not able to make it across the finish line, they're going to just outright not certify the results of the election. First off, this congressman doesn't know the law. The Supreme Court has absolutely ruled correctly on the Trump immunity stuff, on whether or not he can run for office, etc. And by the way, this has been settled by a Supreme Court in the early 1900s, I think 1902. You can absolutely run for president behind a jail cell. Behind a jail cell. You can absolutely run for president as a convicted felon. There's nothing stopping you from doing so. If you want to prevent somebody from holding office, you have to impeach them. And Trump survived 2 impeachments already. He's not in office right now. I can't imagine that they can impeach him again. And let's just hypothetically, let's analyze this really quickly. I saw this. It's upsetting. This is meant to stoke anger and fear into the minds of patriots like myself. However, if Congress or the Senate or whoever refuses to certify the election results and Trump is the winner, the states are going to decide who the victor is. And the majority of state houses are Republican. And it's going to be bloody apparent that Trump is the victor, and they are going to vote in favor of Trump being the president. And the real giveaway here, the dead giveaway here is civil war like conditions. So they won't certify the election. That's going to be international news. That's going to be a civilization changing event. And then immediately afterwards, maybe hours or days or maybe a week after them refusing to certify the election, the states are going to convene and they are going to vote for President Trump. And that is going to cause civil war-like conditions, especially in the minds of at least, let's say, half of the country, half of which is saying, well, we heard what the senators and the congressmen said. They didn't certify the election because he was disqualified. And then along come the states, must states' rights, claiming that he is the president. It's going to be fucking chaotic. Let's just pray that doesn't happen. I do plan to vote for President Trump, and I hope that everybody votes for President Trump and vote for all Republicans. That's the only way that we get out of this. We need to deliver as many state houses to President Trump, deliver as many U.S. senators and Congress people, to our new government. So we don't have the obstruction that we saw in 2016. But yeah, guys, this is happening. We have a high-ranking member of Congress, a Democrat, openly stating that they plan to create civil war-like conditions in the country. This kind of rhetoric I have never heard from a member of the right. But this is real, and this is recent. This is happening. So we have endured so many civilization-changing events already. Trump surviving an assassination attempt where he was shot in the face. Joe Biden being, in my opinion, deposed through very nefarious means. Kamala Harris being apparently the new nominee for the Democratic Party for the presidential contest. The economy is in shambles, but now it's like official in everybody's minds because everybody's 401ks tanked. And we may see the complete and total final collapse of our economy before the election even takes place. And for whatever reason, I guess the Middle Eastern countries surrounding Israel, they're announcing like any minute now, they're going to attack Israel. They're going to launch these attacks. And like this is it. As soon as the show is over, we might see breaking news that Israel is under attack. Fucking insanity. Absolute insanity. Joe Biden is missing. Like, nobody knows where this guy is at. So, who's at the wheel? Who knows? Who knows? I'm not going to pretend to. Gio does not understand law. Supreme Court can say anything, but the barrel of the gun says otherwise. Well, that's not the law, Friedrich Marx. Yes, I'm aware that people can openly avoid or ignore laws. It happened in 2020 and 2022. I get it. 2024 going to be crazy. Pale Rider, you're absolutely right. Hang on to your butts. I don't care about civil war anymore. Now that more people think it could really happen, civil war is normie shit now. I agree, Zombie Bomb. Am I going to participate in it? No. Nah, I'm staying out of it. Like, I still maintain the position that, like if Russia invades or something, like, dude, Russia, do you, boo. You can do whatever you want. Look, I'll point them out. Like, hey, look, the bad guys are over there. The bad guys are over there. And I'll let them deal with it. And again, we'll probably be better off. I'm voting for Mark Robinson. What a badass. I like Mark Robinson. Yeah, the dude is absolutely hilarious. It looks like North Carolina is Trump country. It's no longer a swing state. It's a moderately lean red state. So, yeah, we'll see that. What is Mark Robinson? Is he the ghost hunter that got... No. He's a big, fat, magic American who is running for governor in North Carolina. And we absolutely need people like that in office to prevent the horse shit that is going on in Georgia and Virginia and in the other swing states, with the exception of Ohio. Jared is mad that Israel is going to become... isn't real. Shut up, Flash Case. Disavow. How is he missing? Biden just did a presser conference like a couple days ago for the hostage thing. You know what I mean by missing. Like, he's not out there addressing the people the way that Trump always addressed the people. He's running for governor of North Carolina. Pretty base guy. Yeah, he is pretty base. Oh, I like my story more. He's awesome. Yeah, I like him a lot too. I think he's going to be good. And again, Trump needs to get that guy over the finish line. He needs to get all the good dudes over the finish line. Carrie Lake, Sam Brown, Mark Robinson, so on and so forth. Even people who don't have a chance, like the U.S. Senator in Pennsylvania, I forget, McCormick. He's got to get these guys over the finish line. He needs the U.S. Senate. He needs a House that is not going to be antagonistic towards him. And yeah, man, he's got to do it right because he's only got one shot. He should be a biker with a machine gun. We'll see. All right, so is that it for politics? I think so. Yeah, these Missouri. We're done with the Missouri results, I think. Yeah, the good guys won. Yeah, the Trump endorsed candidate won. Bob Ondor. Oh man, because there were a lot of people concerned trolling on the right. And I'm like, just relax, you guys. Fucking relax. Like the polls open up and it's like, boom, the opponent has like, he's up like 17%. It's like, relax. Let them get to like almost like 70%, 85%, and then you can worry. All right. So we have an AstroTurf being propped up by these goofballs in the Kamala camp. The white dudes for Kamala. So what is this? Oh yeah, so this individual right here, this boomer looking ass, bitch ass Vic Myers. He was like a failed Democratic candidate who sought election to the U.S. House to represent the 4th Congressional District, and he ended up losing. However, here he is. The white dudes endorsing Kamala are getting more stereotypically white. White dudes for Harris worked. Again, this is a Democrat operative. This is a former Democrat candidate, and he's trying to parade around like he's like, yeah, I voted for Trump once, but only once. And I ain't making that mistake again, boy. I'm voting for Oakland Cam.
I'm a 56-year-old white gun-owning country boy. And if Kamala Harris thinks she can get my vote, well, she'd be right. Because I'm also a grandfather. We failed to leave my kids' generation a better world. And now I worry not just about the kind of world we'll leave my grandkids, but what kind of country will we leave them?
None says cowboy like, yeah, man, I'm really worried about the world we're leaving the children. We got to do something about this climate changing. We got to do something about these democracy.
That other guy, I'm also a veteran from a long line of veterans.
Yeah, dude, I don't worship veterans, dude. Because so many of them are fucking like this. And I get so much shit, especially from Ozzy and Talk. He's just like, oh, no, dude, you're defaming the veterans. You're just taking a giant shit on the veterans. I'm like, dude, like, I only worship Jesus. I only have an affinity and love for baby Jesus. I don't give a fuck if you're a veteran. I don't give a fuck if you think you've been to the moon. I don't give a shit. Only worship the Father. All I care about is the revealed word. Not what this boomer ass, bitch ass, fake white dude for Kamala Harris looking ass has to say.
And he's just not safe. So yeah, I'll be voting for Kamala Harris because she wants to move us forward.
What a fucking bitch. What a pussy, bro. Yeah, the laughing emoji. Correct. Oof. Yeah. Shout out to the green skin right here. Country with millions more illegals. Mandate transgender teachers and my grandkids. Schools ban my legally owned guns and reduce arrests in prison for gangbangers to make up for our systemic racism. Hold up. A dog's getting up. What is it, baby? You want out? All right, well, she's walking around. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of this meme here. I got it on my phone. I'll just read it to you guys here. So is that really pathetic hold on 1 second, you guys. I might have to take her out. Popcorn, you want to go out? Oh, never mind. She's sitting down again. All right, so I'm going to read this post really quick. So this is from Reddit. Are millennials? So yesterday I visited my dad's house to help with some chores. He lives in a very rural part of a deeply conservative state. After our work, we headed to a nearby country bar. And it's the kind of place where farmers, truckers, real cowboy boot wearers, and the working class come to relax with a cold drink. Vice President Harris was on the TV. And the local gun store owner said to his friend, an auto mechanic he's known since high school, "You know what? She's not so bad. The economy's picking up. There are no riots. And we're asserting ourselves on the world stage again. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm voting for old Oakland Cam this year." I looked around and saw everyone nodding in agreement. I heard a few people say, "Yes, sir," and damn straight. Even the lone farmer in the corner wearing a ball cap raised his drink with a nod. So I guess this went viral. This is our millennials. Leave it to a millennial shithead to say something this fucking stupid. All right, my dog's sitting down again. All right, so yeah. This is a great work of fiction. First off, not a single fucking person has ever called Kamala Harris Oakland Cam. Good old Oakland Cam. No. I actually hang out at bars like this, real fucking rough dudes. No one speaks like this. "Oh yeah, man, I'm just real glad we're asserting ourselves on a world stage and we're standing up to Putin." Like, yeah, maybe a fucking gay bar. Maybe a bar where they, the whole purpose is to get drunk and suck each other's dicks. But nah, this isn't real. Look, Roto, I know you want to believe that narrative, but it's not true. Roto 22, not true. This didn't happen. This is never going to happen. I'll take shit that didn't happen for 100 Trebek. I agree, Pill Rider. I agree. I mean, it's like, and then afterwards, they all went home and allowed Chad to fuck their wives as they watched with a cold Bud Light in their hand, nodding back and forth. And while they get bored, they turn on their YouTube and watch Destiny all night or something. I don't know. Oh, God. I should have taken my dog out because he's always distracted me from the show. Trouble isn't grab the moon by the pussy. I hope so. It's real in my heart. Okay, Rhoda, that's all that matters, right? Gio is ISOM's greatest reader. Banned. How dare you? Dude, I got so much shit for fucking saying that ISOM was a better story, has a better story than Deadpool 3. Which I stand by. Oh, man. All right. Well, there's that. What else have we got here? I'm not going to watch this whole thing, but this lends credence to some of the issues that I had with voter integrity in the country. So progressive Democrats say Muslims use voter fraud to secure power in Michigan. These guys go door to door. Here, let's just watch the video.
Muslim council, whatever here, that there wasn't hanky-panky in that election.
Absolutely was.
The absentee ballots are being filled out in people's dining rooms by the candidates.
These guys go door to door and they take people's ballots. They bully them and they give them their ballots over.
Bangladeshi did it, started doing it. Oh yeah, they started before the Yemeni.
They go around the neighborhood with the AB applications and they have people sign the application. Then they put candidates to drop them all off at City Hall. Then they know when they go out, they go back to the person's house and say, "Give me the sign the envelope, give me the ballot." They would harvest it. And they did.
Project Veritas journalists have been on the ground.
Of how much sort of we take.
Do you think they're cheating? Like a friend of mine said that the elections? Yeah,
absolutely.
But what we found were shocking allegations of voter fraud, including intimidation, coercion, bribery, ballot harvesting, and even midnight meetings where the ballots are auctioned off to the highest bidder.
They hire black people to go to black houses. They hire Bangladeshi people to go to Bangladeshi houses. The black people, they pay them for their ballots.
Voter fraud happens in small.
Yeah, this is absolutely true. When I worked for the DNC, when I worked for the Democratic Party, depending on what you looked like, you went to certain precincts based on how you looked. So people who were Latino, they would go to the Latino Hispanic communities. If you were a Magic American, you'd go to Magic American communities, so on and so forth. And people who were like a little bit more savvy with their words, they would go to the richer neighborhoods. They would go to the neighborhoods where people weren't allowed to go into because they're like gated or whatever, but we had ways to get in. And this absolutely does happen. This is absolutely 100% how the Democratic Party operates. And it makes sense. Like, I had a buddy who ended up working for Mitt Romney's campaign. And they were doing they were cutting turf. They were getting ready to go out. And there was a big map behind everybody. And my buddy was like, "Hey, what's up with this area right here?" And this old lady's like, "Oh yeah, we don't go there. That's where the blacks are." And the director was like there, and he's like, "All right, everybody get ready, blah, blah, blah." and he sends that woman away, and he grabs all the guys. He's like, listen, that is not who we are. That's not what we believe. And it's like, you will never have to endure that kind of racism again. And I think they fired her. But yeah, I mean, this is what they do. This is what campaigns, what these campaigns and these parties do. They're very strategic about how they interact with their voter, how they do voter outreach. And when we use a thing called Minivan. It was an app, and it had all of your information. Well, not all your information, but it had quite a bit of information about you. We knew how many people were living in your house. We obviously knew your address. We knew what your party affiliation was. We knew the party affiliation of everybody in that home if they were registered to vote. And certain individuals had access to people's race. I think the shot callers had that information, and that information is a lot easier to get now with the advent of more sophisticated polling methods, if you will. Like Richard Barris goes over it pretty well, and he really does break it down pretty nicely. Like when he's polling in, let's say, Florida or Nevada or Texas, you have to poll Latinos or Hispanic or whatever you want to call them. You can't just poll like 100. You have to poll like 600 because you're not just dealing with Mexicans. You're dealing with Venezuelans, with Cubans, with Puerto Ricans, Brazilians, so on and so forth. And well, are Brazilians even considered Latino? I think they're Portuguese. I don't fucking know. Doesn't matter. But you got to account for all that. And you got to be really sophisticated. And a lot of people pay a lot of money for that information. And, both parties, they end up buying this. And they're very strategic in how they deal with it. And this right here doesn't surprise me, especially when you are trying to harvest ballots. It's like, they're not going to trust me to go to some Bangladesh community. They're not going to trust me to go to some magic American community. They're going to get somebody who looks like them and talks like them and, is from the country that they're from to talk with them and to extract their ballot and offer them rewards and shit. That definitely happened out here in Nevada. The Native Americans, the indigenous people, there was some bribery stuff going on out here. Unfortunately, the courts were cowardly and didn't want to do their job. So, yeah, we got fucked. All right, my dog is sound asleep. Hey, let me see if anything else is going on here in this video.
The communities where someone is more assimilated, they can run the show, they can intimidate.
And so you think that's what happened here?
Oh, that is what happened here. It's happening to Bengali and Yemen.
So then they get together late at night. They joke and they call it like the midnight meetings. And then they auction them. They bid for them.
They auction for ballots.
Yeah.
Then they auction them. Did you hear that?
Did you ever feel like you were ballot harvested out of office?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm absolutely positive that happened.
We know who's doing it, and there's an attorney general's office on it. I got 3 people busted back in 2013.
I know that there's an investigation going on. Nestle's been involved, and I think the feds are involved.
You say the authorities, either the feds or whoever are investigating the city council. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Investigating voter fraud.
Which doesn't exist, by the way. Remember, they want to say it doesn't exist. Super creepy. What I expect from the government. Yeah. Don't expect that the FBI or like the election commission. Nobody's coming to stop this. Nobody's coming to stop this. If this was happening, like let's say in a red district, if they discover this in a red district, the FBI would be there immediately. People would be going to prison for 25, 30 years. They'd put a fucking stop to that right away. They would investigate the election departments. It would go as far back as they had to. And they would just completely disrupt the entire political landscape for the Democratic Party. But because this is happening for Democrats, on behalf of Democrats, and in favor of Democrats, people like Governor Gretchen Whitmore, they're gonna just drag their feet. They don't give a fuck. Especially people like who's that fat guy, the Department of Justice guy? Bill Barr, that fucker. He dragged his feet. He didn't even do anything. He's like, oh, yeah, we're looking into it. And then he said there was no evidence of voter fraud. Oh, that's bullshit, because Matt Brainard had plenty of evidence. The people that I touched down with here in Nevada, former AG Adam Laxalt, we had evidence that there was impropriety, that there was definitely voter fraud on a massive scale. And, they never should have certified the election, and the state should have decided, and Trump should have been the president, and we would not have a war in Ukraine. A war in the Middle East. We would have peace, and the economy would not be dog shit. So, yeah. But we have one more chance to make it right. Just, less than 3 months? Anything can happen. All right. All right, we got to get into Kyle Rittenhouse because he made a really bad mistake. Oh, what the fuck? I think he deleted it. What? Where's the video? Well, I think this Dudley Brown fucker blocked me. Well, anyways, let me see if I can find it. God damn it. Rittenhouse. Here it is. Oh yeah, so Chad Prather, he ran for governor in Texas. He responded to this short video that Kyle didn't necessarily post himself. Some asshole, FUD, some cuck, two-way cuck. He made him do this, I guess.
Texas gun rights. A lot of people. Hi, I'm Kyle Rittenhouse, Outreach Director for Texas Gun Rights. A lot of people are upset that I said I'm going to be writing in Ron Paul for President of the United States. And that is true. I will be writing in Ron Paul. Unfortunately, Donald Trump had bad advisors making him bad on the Second Amendment, and that is my issue. If you cannot be completely uncompromisable on the Second Amendment, I will not vote for you, and I will write somebody else in. We need champions for the Second Amendment, or our rights will be eaten away and eroded each day. I support my decision, and I have no takebacks.
Well, we'll see about that. So Chad Prather, a really popular right-wing influencer, he says, "Oh, well, Kyle, I regret to inform you that I will no longer be one of your guests on September 12th at the Texas GR event. I reckon you can ride in someone else." Oof. This is not the way, bud. I agree, man. Like, dude, I'm so fucking mixed on this. Like, I didn't bully Kyle, because he's a young boy, and he can do whatever he wants. Like, I love Kyle, and I supported Kyle, not because of his political beliefs per se, but because I legitimately believe that he was innocent, and the courts agree with me, by the way, and so does all the mountain of evidence that exists immediately after the event in Kenosha, Wisconsin. President Trump had every reason to disavow this kid. He had every reason to do it, and he didn't. He didn't fucking cuck like a little bitch. He fucking defended this kid, and you refuse to throw Kyle under the bus. And I am a strong believer in loyalty. However, he's a young kid, and 2020 was a long time ago. It's ancient history at this point. And if he wants to fucking write in Ron Paul because he lives in Texas, who fucking cares? The response was insane, to say the least, and childish, to say the least. I like Kyle no matter what. And I think his decision is foolish. If I was friends with him, I'd be like, dude, you're being fucking silly. What are you doing? I'd be nice about it, though. I mean, Chad Prather is like a much more mature man. And, I mean, dude, you can't pull him aside and talk with him. Like, guys, I mean, people who have access to Kyle, like, you can just talk to him. Like, you can text him. But this is very, very public. And he ended up walking this back. I'm still following him. I didn't say anything snarky or mean or anything like that. He is back on the Trump train, of course. It is critical that Americans reject Harrison Walz at the ballot box to save the Second Amendment. Trump vents 2024. So yeah, they bullied him into submission. It's like, dude, that's not the way, bros. I don't believe in fucking bullying people and forcing them to vote your way. A lot of people see my videos and comment on them, and if you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. I don't really care. You're welcome to believe and say what you want. Feel like I'm not gonna bully you. I'm trying to find his response here because he responded to it and he just completely did a 180, a complete 180. And of course, he's posting pictures of his dog to placate the angry mobs of Giga Chud incels who've been attacking him. Yeah, look at him. He's hanging out with Brandon Herrera and Vivek Ramaswamy. Very cool. Fuck, Kyle, where's your shit at? Oh, here we go. So, 12 hours after posting that video, over the past 12 hours, I've had a series of productive conversations with members of Trump's team, and I'm confident he will be the strong ally gun owners need to defend their Second Amendment rights. My comments made last night were ill-informed and unproductive. I'm 100% behind Donald Trump and encourage every gun owner to join me in helping send him back to the White House. I mean, is this really the way? I don't know about you guys, but this doesn't make me feel good. Like my side should not be fucking doing this. I have a very strong anti-bully stance. I don't like bullying people and twisting people's arm to support them or to support what you support. Like that's just not the way. And Catturd, well, I don't generally mind him. Guy was so fucking unhinged. I'm like, dude, you're like the quintessential boomer, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I was hard on you than anyone, but I can't hold a grudge when a man apologizes. Just remember, when it is political poison to take your side, Trump and MAGA was there for you during your lowest point. Partially true, but dude, MAGA wasn't on my mind. Our right to self-preservation, our right to self-defense was on the line, not MAGA. We fought that in a different domain. And by the way, we lost. But, fuck, man. So they abuse you into going back to backing a Zionist. You know, fuck this bitch. I'm sick of her shit. Let's see. Bro didn't even make it 12 hours. Glad you came to your senses. Trump 2024. Oh, I don't know. I don't feel good about this, bros. Thank you, Kyle. You're a bigger person than I give you credit for. Welcome back. I mean, look, on one hand, if I want to be like Cope, if I'm going to take the Cope pill, maybe Trump is not that strong on the Second Amendment. And maybe it is important for people like Kyle Rittenhouse to kind of hold his feet to the fire and say, look, dude, you said really stupid shit and I don't have confidence in you. And then people in the Trump camp called him up and like, hey, man, we got this. Like, trust us, bro. And then he changed his mind organically. I'm honestly hoping that is the case, but he is a young kid. One theory that I had, like, Kyle wants a normal life. He can't go to college. He tried, and he had to drop out. He can't have a real job, and he's just stuck doing this fucking right-wing influencer bro shit. And it's like the only way that he like stays afloat financially. He's been forced into this position, and maybe this is his way out. This is my way out. He thought, I'm just gonna write in Ron Paul, and I'm fucking done with this. And he wants to disappear and hopefully be a normal citizen again. But I don't think that's gonna happen. You know, the regime has made it very apparent that they're going to hunt this motherfucker down until there's nothing left. I think it was foolish of him to betray MAGA, if you will. But I just don't agree with it. And I remember I was talking with Cheese about this kid. And because obviously, like, I've made numerous videos defending Kyle. Obviously, like, I know the law better than all these idiots who were saying otherwise and just defending him nonstop. And Cheese made this comment, something to, I don't want to put words in his mouth, and he can correct the record if he's listening, but he said something along the lines of, like, we should not prop this guy up as, like, a figurehead for our movement. And I don't really think that was my intention. And if it was, like, I apologize in advance, but I think it was important to defend him. I think it's always important to defend good people, even when they don't agree with you. Obviously, Kyle changed his mind and is now pro-Trump, but not a few days ago he wasn't. And that's perfectly fine. Let me read some of these comments here. And by the way, I do like Ron Paul, by the way. Zombie Bomb, he's a J word. Oh, shut up. Roto, Rittenhouse was so base. Sad he got bullied into being lame again. No, that's enough, Roto. There's nothing wrong with reminding him who endorsed him on his time in his time of need, though. No, certainly not. And again, I'm all about that loyalty shit. I am super, super loyal to the people who've helped me in my personal life. People, other content creators that helped me out and gave me shout outs and stuff and just been super kind and defended me, etc. And like, I would never betray them, like I like the War Band. Like, those are some cool dudes. And like, I always have their backs. And, like Vito just walled Dick Masterson, I've been messaged, I've been told to disavow Dick, disavow Vito, and they're calling them, PDF files and shit. And I'm just like, fuck you. Like, I don't care what you have to say. Like, I know these dudes, I've hung out with Dick a few times, and like, I have nothing negative to say about them, and I'm not going to fucking throw them under the bus. I'm not going to betray my friends. Why I'm not on Twitter, I like being anonymous. Not a bad idea. Gio is a giga chud cope pilled. The left will never let him live a normal life again. That is certainly true, Flash Case. That's certainly true. Oh, poor kid, forced into being a hero to like half of his peers. Boo-hoo. He could be making a lot of money right now if he wasn't such a dipshit. I think he's got some bad handlers. He's got bad people on his side. It's just unfortunate. Like, I don't know what it is with like the Second Amendment community, but a lot of those people are not fucking based. You know, look at the Black Rifle Coffee cucks. Some of these 2A people, they'll let the country go to shit. They'll fight. They're like, oh, I don't give a shit if, you know, the country looks, you know, like India or whatever. It looks like some fucking third world hellscape. So long as I got my guns. And even then, they're not going to have that because people like Kamala Harris will just try to ban them. Rittenhouse is fine. Just wish he wouldn't endorse Trump. You see, Roto, like, you know that Kyle Rittenhouse's endorsement matters. And that's probably why so many of these individuals were animated. But again, I believe Trump needs to earn these votes. He needs to earn these votes. He needs to appease these Second Amendment people who he ended up losing by saying the jackass shit that he said. Fortunately, he didn't really do anything with the exception of the bump stock ban. And again, I had to educate some of these nerds on Twitter because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. He does have his own brand of AR 500 body armor base. It comes with free nitro gloves and a medic bag. If that's true, that is hilarious. But no, I'm glad Kyle Rittenhouse is one of us. And like the funny thing is like he was a very early Trump supporter. You know, this guy was front row to see President Trump. So for him to say this it was kind of heartbreaking. I'll give you that. It was upsetting to see. And it was definitely a black pill. But, you know, the boy came around, and I sincerely hope that he means it and he doesn't take it too personally. Yeah, because Capture doesn't speak for me, and he doesn't speak for fucking MAGA either. I know he's like a big MAGA guy, and I generally like him, but oh man, bro, what fucking boomer horseshit that he pulled. It was just so off-putting. And just seeing the way that they reacted to Kyle Rittenhouse, you know, like Dick Masterson said, like, you guys don't deserve to be happy. Like, you guys actually kind of deserve to fucking lose with the way that you're behaving, because this is not the way. You cannot live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to God damn it. Rittenhouse is not MAGA. Rittenhouse is Damn, bro, that was faster than a Biden butt wipe and diaper change. Welcome back. Oh fuck, dude. Yeah, like this guy in my Discord, this guy I've known for a long time. He's in the military now. He used to say the fucking most like, he's younger than me, but he says all this cringy boomer shit like, you know what, you shouldn't be able to buy a gun unless you take these classes and you prove proficiency in the gun of your choice. You know, just shit like that. Like these people aren't fucking based. So Kyle's being misled by retards. True. I wouldn't know about your show if it wasn't for Underchronic. Oh, thanks, Pale Ratter. Yeah, man, and I've been a fan of Underchronic for a long time. I don't remember how I saw it. I think his show was randomly recommended to me like years ago. And I thought it was so fucking funny. And of course, based. And I'm like, yeah, because I want more like base shit, you know? Right now, like politics, I'm kind of sour on it at the moment. You know, like there's nothing really interesting going on in politics right now. Or nothing even going on in pop culture news, to be honest. So finding like a base show that's like interesting, or even just like the drama stuff. I've been really getting into drama shows. Yeah, Under Chronic was one of them. And I'm like, damn, it's good shit. Check the watchfrogs server. I sent the link for the armor. Let me see. We're going to review this. We're going to take a look at this. The Rittenhouse Essentials Kit. I mean, it's good branding. Let's check this price. $283. This isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. This is a pretty fairly priced a fairly priced kit. I don't know what kind of brand this is. It's probably not made in the US, which probably explains the price. You're really paying for this shit right here, the plates. This stuff, like if you have a really crappy, junky armor, this stuff just falls apart. It just breaks apart at the seams or rips at the seams. Well, you know what? Kyle didn't even need this. He was running around in a little green t-shirt. All right, well, show must go on. All right, so I mentioned Ben Shapiro. Governor Shapiro of Pennsylvania earlier. Now, we're done with politics. We got to get into the crime shit. Governor Shapiro is making it into a crime segment. And I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, but I feel like the trajectory of the election was dramatically changed because of true crime podcasters. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even exaggerating, but there's some baggage that that kind of lingers over Governor Shapiro, and it can't be avoided anymore. And this situation blew up like crazy. Like, I knew he's corrupt. A lot of the stuff that I'm familiar with is like election related. However, Governor Shapiro used to be a attorney general, and he had a friend who is accused of stabbing his fiance 20 times. Now, the accused here, the man, he is claiming that she ended up terminating her own life in a video game. And this is coming up again. And if he were to be the vice presidential pick, this would blow up in his face, and it would be disastrous for Kamala Harris. More disastrous than the Tim Walz pick. So, bombshell update in horrific case of bride-to-be whose death was ruled a suicide after she was stabbed 20 times as her family speak out. So this is the girl. Her name is Ellen Greenberg. She was due to be married to this like TV Hollywood sexual guy. Very well connected, very rich family. All of them are in politics. All of them are shot callers. And she was stabbed 20 times. And apparently this was self-inflicted. And she did it to herself. And these are the loving parents. And they're like, look, our baby didn't do this. There was no pattern of behavior that would suggest that she would do this to herself. So let's listen to this 911 call.
Help! I need a emergency now. I just walked to my apartment. My fiance's on the floor with blood everywhere.
What is the address?
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please come help now.
4601 Flat.
So the man speaking right here is the ex-fiance. So to give you a little bit of backstory, before we got to this point, he leaves the apartment. He goes down to the first floor to the gym to work out or whatever. He comes back up to the door. He's trying to get in, but the door is locked. And it's got like a deadbolt and stuff, so he's unable to get in. He goes back downstairs to talk with like the doorman or, you know, the super or whoever. And he's like, hey, help me get into my apartment. Like, I can't get into my apartment. And the guy says no. So he forces himself in, and then he finds Ellen Greenberg mysteriously on the floor with blood everywhere. And it gets interesting, because I'm going to break this down for you guys.
Flat Rock Road.
Is this a house or apartment?
Oh no. Oh no. It's an apartment. Please hurry, please.
Where is she bleeding from?
I don't know. I can't tell.
No, sir, you have to calm yourself down in order to get you some help.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm looking at her right now. I can't see anything. There's nothing broken. She's bleeding. Ellie.
You don't know.
What do you mean nothing is broken? Very interesting choice of words. Interesting choice of words. The interesting thing about the human body is, like, let's say if you're a woman and you're in a domestic violence situation, you get smacked around by your husband or whatever, and then the bruises heal, or they lightly heal. Certain technology can examine where the damage was done, and they can determine, where there was, bruising beforehand, and the extent of the bruising as well, which was discovered on this woman. She had bruises that came about days before this incident. So nothing's broken. I don't know. Curious choice of words.
Where she's bleeding from? Can't tell where the blood's coming from.
I think her head. I think she hit her head. I think, but it's everywhere.
Okay,
it's everywhere.
Think she might have fallen. Do you know what happened?
She may have slipped. There's blood on the table. Her face is a little purple.
Okay, hold on for rescue for her. Stay on the phone. What's wrong?
I went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched. My fiance's inside. She wasn't answering. So after about a half hour, I decided to break it down. I see her now just on the floor with blood. Like she's not responding.
Okay, is she breathing? Look at her chest. I need you to calm down, and I need you to look at her chest. It's really.
I don't think she. I really don't think she is.
Listen to me. Someone's on the way. Look at her chest. Is she flat on her back?
She's on her back. So I bring her.
Look at her chest and tell me if it's going up and down, up and down.
I don't see her moving.
Okay. Do you know how to do CPR?
I don't.
Okay, I can tell you what to do. Okay, until they get there. I want you to keep her flat.
Oh God.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi. Okay.
Are you willing to do CPR with me over the phone until they get there?
I have to, right?
Okay, so get her flat on her back, bare her chest, okay? You want to rip her shirt off. Okay? You need to kneel down by her side.
Oh, my God. Allie, please.
Listen, you can't freak out, sir, because you
Okay, I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper. Oh, my God. She stabbed herself.
Where?
She fell with a knife. Oh, no. Her knife's sticking out.
Her what?
There's a knife sticking out of her heart.
Oh, she stabbed herself?
So you can't get the zipper off. Try to listen to that again really quickly. Yeah, I agree, Ivan. The dude's clearly acting. The dude's clearly acting. This is bullshit.
Where?
She fell with a knife. Oh, no. Her knife's sticking out.
Her what? Okay. You need to kneel down by her side.
Oh, my God. Allie, please.
Listen, you can't freak out, sir, because you
Okay, I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper.
Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper. Not really sure what that means. Not really sure what that means.
Oh, my God. She stabbed herself.
Where?
She fell with a knife. Oh, no. Her knife's sticking out.
All right, so I don't know about you guys, but I build puppets, and I understand how fabric works. Also, you don't need to be a fucking genius to understand this, but so what is he trying to insinuate? That she stabbed herself, zipped up whatever the fuck he was talking about, and then as soon as he removed the article of clothing, then all of a sudden, oh fuck, there's a fucking knife there. Whoa, who would have thought? I got these. I was reaching over because I wanted to show you. Now, I think it was a kitchen knife. So this is just a regular flathead screwdriver. I don't know about you guys, but if this was sticking out of me, I think it'd be pretty fucking obvious. I mean, again, just imagine like something like this. These are just scissors, but let's just say there's one little blade here. This is sticking out of you. I don't know how you would be able to conceal that underneath a shirt. I don't even know how you would not notice that there was stab wounds in the torso region. The blood would definitely soak upward. It would be very obvious. And then again, just imagine something like this sticking out of another human being. Oh, whoa. And we're going to wrap this up. Let's wrap up this video and then get into
There's a knife sticking out of her heart.
Oh, she stabbed herself?
I guess so. I don't know where she fell on it. I don't know.
Okay, well, don't touch it.
Okay, so I just let her down here now. I mean, what do I do?
No, I mean, you can't. If the knife is in her chest, it's going to be kind of hard for you to do CPR at this time.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Police with Shapiro. 277.
Is someone coming here?
Yes, they are. You said 4601 Flat Rock, right?
Yes.
Okay, someone's on the way. And the knife is still inside?
Wait, so what?
The knife is still inside of her?
Yes, I didn't take it out.
Was it her chest or what area?
It's in her chest. It's like it looks like it's right in her heart.
Okay, someone's on the way out there. Okay, just get.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay.
How old is she?
She's 27.
27, and there's no sign of life at all. Like,
No, please don't be. What?
Pinch her under her arm and tell me if she responds to pain.
Ellie. She's not. Her arm and her hands are still warm. I don't know if that means, but there's blood everywhere. I mean.
I know, but you can't, and the knife is still inside of her. How far? Can you see how far it went in?
It looks pretty deep.
Okay.
It looks straight, and it's a long knife.
Don't touch anything. Yeah, don't touch anything. Okay.
I'm not touching anything. This is. I can't believe this though.
So wait, it was just you there with her?
We're the only ones here.
And she ran in the door. You said latched it shut.
No. I went downstairs to work out, and when I came back up, the door was latched.
Oh.
Like it was, it wasn't like it was, it was like locked from the inside, and I'm yelling. So I'm
was
yelling.
Your house broken into?
No.
So there's no sign of a break-in?
No sign of a break-in at all. I mean, there will be when you get here because I had to break the latch, but.
All right, so absolute insanity. This dude got away with it. this happened a few years ago, and the Pennsylvania Supreme Court is about to hear whether or not they're going to reopen this case. Governor Shapiro buried this. Like, he literally had a hand in preventing justice from prevailing in this case of Ellen Greenberg's death, which they're claiming is a suicide. The true crime podcasters, they fucking blew this shit wide open because they've been talking about this for years. Parents of young teacher found with 20 stab wounds have won the right to challenge the ruling of her death as a suicide. Ellen Greenberg, 27, was found dead on the kitchen floor of her apartment in Philadelphia in the middle of a blizzard on January 26, 2011. So this happened over 10 years ago. And just now, they're about to reopen this case. She had 10 stab wounds to her neck and the back of the head, and 10 to her stomach, abdomen, and chest, with a 10-inch knife still plunged into her heart. Her fiancé, Sam Goldberg, told police he broke down the door, which was locked from the inside, found her, and attempted CPR while on the phone with 911. But I believe his lawyer was present before the police showed up. Assistant Philadelphia medical examiner Marlon Osborne initially ruled her death a homicide, but changed it to suicide after meeting with police and prosecutors. The Greenberg's parents, Joshua and Sandy, have spent 13 years since and hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to reverse it. Ellen stabbing herself 20 times before dying is bullshit. She died from a very vicious, very painful knife attack, Joshua told the DailyMail.com. After amassing a wealth of evidence pointing to homicide, they sued the ME's office and Osborne in 2019 and were rejected by the Commonwealth Court last September. But the Pennsylvania Supreme Court this week granted their appeal to hear the case as a matter of statewide importance. We're smiling. We're very optimistic. I hope we're making our daughter proud. There's been a lot of frustration, but we haven't given up, Sandy said. The court will hear our arguments on whether executors and administrators of an estate have standing to challenge an erroneous finding recorded on the decedent's death certificate. The order noted that finding constitutes a bar or material impediment to recovery of victims' compensation, restitution, or wrongful death, as well as private criminal complaints. Joshua said the family would change a long-standing precedent if it won, and hoped Greenberg's cause of death would at least be changed to undetermined. The medical examiners apparently have this ability that you and I don't have. They can walk on water, so their conclusions cannot be challenged except by a court. So we are challenging something that cannot be challenged, he said. Unbelievable. Let me look for Josh Shapiro here. Another bizarre episode was when Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro, now governor, recusing himself from the case in July of 2022. A YouTuber claimed Goldberg's family were contributors to Shapiro's campaign, and he therefore had a conflict of interest. Shapiro recused himself 3 days later, and his office said that there was no actual conflict. There was an appearance of one. Greenberg's parents blasted Shapiro at the time, but declined to comment. He stole for years from us, holding the case in his office. We have no evidence of him doing anything, Sandy said in 2022. There is not yet a date. Let me see. Because I know there was a lot more to it. Shapiro. Nah. Yeah, I mean, he did a lot of really wonky shit with the case, for sure, when he was AG. And he does know the so-called the fiance, the Greenberg guy. Oh man. Or the Goldberg guy. Yeah, a lot of Bergs in the story. So yeah, this is largely like dude, if the family is able to contest this successfully and get a favorable ruling, Josh Shapiro's career is over. And these true crime podcasters, they completely fucking blew this guy out of the water. He's done. He's completely finished. So there's not going to be a Shapiro 2028 campaign. It's the only person who would be viable in 2028 on the Democratic side would Gretchen Whitmer. It's really about it. I don't see anybody else that's worthy, really. I mean, we might see a bunch of unknowns, some dark horse candidates on the left come about, but not Josh Shapiro. He's done. He's absolutely done. This is over. Very, very slimy shit. Yeah, Pennsylvania has very, very corrupt politicians, I should say. Let me read some of these. OJ would like to know your location. Disavow. Caller is edging the emergency response person over the phone, making her ask little by little. Yeah. This stinks of corruption, man. It absolutely does. He called the lawyer first. MTMG, that's right. Yeah, he did call the lawyer first. I don't think Josh Shapiro was his actual lawyer, but Josh Shapiro does know him. And Josh Shapiro does know Goldberg's family. Yeah, man. Dude, you can't fucking do, like, look, when you have a Berg on Berg violence, like, they have to just let it play out in the courts. You know, you can't fit, because if it was like a Berg on a Goyim violence, like, let's say I was the victim, my family would never see justice. You know, us Goyim, you know, we're not really represented in the country. The fuck, man? I keep getting these stupid notifications on my computer. Anyways, so yeah, really interesting shit, man. Really, really interesting shit. And again, this guy is so skilled, politically, right? Like he's really trying to do the Obama thing, and he's actually kind of good at it. The dude just speaks in a, like, so confidently that in a debate with JD Vance, I mean, both of those guys are really, really smart. Both of these dudes are the shit, education wise. It'd be a 50-50. I don't know who would win. Obviously, JD Vance has the better positions, the more easily defendable positions. However, Josh Shapiro is very, very sneaky, and he would not be an easy person to beat. Tim Walz, on the other hand, total goofball, total boomer, you know, just total nonce. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This is heating up, guys. This just happened. Yeah, let me see. We got some pictures here. Yeah, so this is like the weird deadbolt latch thingy. I don't know how true it is. Maybe a locksmith. I can ask a locksmith to chime in. They said that if from the other side, you can kind of mess around with this to make it seem like it was locked. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't trust this guy at all. The Goldberg. Look at this thing. You didn't realize that was sticking out of her fucking heart? Nah, man. I'm not convinced by any of this at all. Very, very shady. So shout out to the true crime podcasters that really fucking went hard. They went hard on the paint right before Kamala Harris picked this dude as the VP. However, if she did, it would be fatal to the Democratic Party. It would be so fatal. They might have even just brought back Biden. It would have been so fatal. The Democratic Party's convention, they would have selected who they feel would be like the best candidates, the best individuals to take on Trump in the general election in 2024. That is how insane this fucking dude. We're fucking hours away from Kamala Harris picking Shapiro, and the true crime podcasters in a weird roundabout way may have saved America by exposing, or not even exposing, but by bringing to light the situation again. The most damning part, though, how did she put on the sweater? Exactly. Yeah, I know, right? After stabbing herself. Should have done it in October for the October surprise. I don't know, man. I mean, we're going to get quite a few October surprises. I mean, President Trump is going to be sentenced, I think, at the end of September for the fucking, some bullshit case. Doesn't matter. But that's obviously going to rile up the jimmies of all the people who are supporting him. And the more that they try to prosecute or persecute this guy, the more people like him and find him endearing. Yeah, I was thinking about this. Like if I put myself in the shoes of the Goldberg, how would I do this? What do I think happened here? In my estimation, based on the evidence, based on all the fucking true crime shit that I can consume on this story, if I wanted to do this and get away with it, and if I was the Goldberg guy, no, fuck this. If I was a detective, here's what I would go in looking for, okay? Because I'm a good guy. I don't want to put myself in the shoes of a fucking violent killer. If I was a detective, I'd go in there, and what I want to do is look at the shower. I want to look at the laundry, because I'm thinking in my head that Ellen Greenberg was ruthlessly murdered. stabbed to death. The stabbing is a very, very violent, messy activity, right? The stabbing someone to death is very messy. And there's going to be blood everywhere. And by the way, there was blood everywhere. There's plenty of photos of the scene, the crime scene. So what I'm looking for is DNA in the bathroom and in the laundry room. And if it belongs to the woman, that would suggest to me that the Goldberg fella ended up stabbing her, killing her, thrashing her about, doing what he did, and then disposing of the evidence, washing himself, and then going to the gym, and again, getting all sweaty, right? Because he's already wet. Very smart of him, but I'm smarter. I would have figured this out. So he goes to the gym, and then he tries to go back, and all of a sudden, he's not able to get into the apartment. And from my understanding, the lock on that door, it is very easy to manipulate from the other side. So he made it appear that he was legitimately locked out. And while he was locked out, the woman, Miss Ellen Greenberg, was stabbing herself 20 times in the most ruthless way imaginable. Honestly, the very, very brutal way to go. So another dead giveaway would be the 911 call. First off, the acting is horrid, which many of you caught on. Another thing that would really clue me in that he did this way, way before he left the front door. She was purple. She was already gone. Like a long time ago. Not like a day, but a while ago. Yeah, in my estimation, he did this. And Governor Shapiro, when he was AG, covered it up. Because the Shapiros and the Bergs, they defend each other. They prevent each other from facing justice. That is what I believe happened. And again, if I was a Greenberg fellow, that's how I would try to do it. So the powers that be were like, homicide? Oh, all of a sudden not homicide. Very sus. And this family did spend a lot of money. They did spend a lot of money. All of this costs tons of fucking money. And because they put up a fight, because they refuse to accept the regime-approved narrative, Governor Shapiro is not going to be the vice president. He's not the vice presidential pick for Kamala Harris in 2024. And because of this, it is very likely one of the reasons why Trump is going to be the president of the United States in 2024. Fortunately, this woman is dead, and her family is grieving, and there's no justice here because of the corrupt politics of Pennsylvania. I don't know why they keep voting for these Democrats, because this is what they get up to. Very, very upsetting. Very upsetting. Really sad story. She seemed like a sweet woman, and she's gone now. But, I mean, if we can just... If her death can mean one good thing, it would be saving Western civilization, because Shapiro is fucking good. Dude is absolutely ruthless on the campaign trail. Whew. That woman has such pain tolerances to stab herself even twice and still have the nerve strength to keep going. Yeah, dude, that doesn't add up. Murder is murder. The Lord will make you pay. Correct. I agree, Pill Rider. I stand behind the low kitchen training and clumsy woman. Disavow. I think a black guy did it. God damn it, guys. Disavow. Oh, my dog is... She's laying down, but her eyes are open. You better stay asleep, girl. No. Yeah, I'm just not buying this shit. This is... This sticks out to me. I can't wait to do the fake hate crime series, to do stuff like this. Because a lot of that true crime shit, it's kind of like this show, but it's like scripted. And it's like just guys sitting there. Doesn't really, you know... Me, at least I'm going to have the puppets. So it'll be way better. I think a black guy did it. God damn it. Zymer, are you saying he black-faced? No, I mean, there's camera footage. So the phony baloney story checks out. It really does check out, at least on the surface. However, I don't know, man. He did a really sneaky fucking job concealing his tracks. But obviously it wasn't that great because they did rule it as a homicide, but then politics came in and saved his ass. And again, this happened in 2011. It's 2024. We're on the brink of the most historic election in American history. And that dude has still not faced justice. And as we speak, he remarried, or he got married and had kids. So he moved on with his life, but the Greenbergs have not. And it is because of Governor Shapiro's duplicitous nature to defend people like Goldberg. All right. More crime stuff. Nick Rekieta case update. Rekieta update. A transcript is now available of a hearing in Nick's case. He literally admits the house was a mess. He is also trying to get Aaron in trouble for rebroadcasting his arraignment. Well, a lot of people did that, but nobody was held to account for it. I hope he makes $1 million. Nick is not only a drug addict degenerate who neglects his children, but also a complete snitch. Yeah. Dude, Nick Rekieta fucking sucks. Let me see. But we have Aaron's theory as to what is really transpiring here.
Snigger Niggardly says MN Public Records
disavow.
release
Fuck, I should have bleeped that out.
About the child protection case on May 28th. Nick asked the judge if you could get charged with contempt of court for broadcasting his arraignment hearing. Like me or anybody, because a bunch of people his arraignment hearing was rebroadcast by a fuckload of people. Everybody was playing clips from that. Did he really try to do that? I mean, don't get me wrong. He's been trying to, he's been flirting with witness tampering with a few different people. Like, he's been flirting with it a lot. Like, he's really, the public him versus the stuff that comes out in these records, it's two different guys. How nervous he is and how scared he is versus what he tries to play. Oh, just me? Trying to snitch on you for rebroadcasting the arraignment after 50 other people did it first. Oh, okay. Well, no, it was a public fucking court hearing. So he does think about me. Aw, my old buddy.
Yeah, your old fuck buddy,
yuck.
right, Aaron?
Once the trial
Fucking
starts, all
Rump
the bigger
Ranger.
streamers will start covering the polycule. Don't be left behind.
It's a cuck circle, not a polycule. I don't like that word. It sounds too exotic. It's a fucking cuck circle.
Says McBuster. We'll see. Wow, Snigger Niggardly says Nick is a frickin' rat. He bitched to the judge and made a hypothetical if you, Aaron, could be charged because you're associated with the prosecution. True libertarian. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, no. And as far as I'm associated with the prosecution, you understand that I went into the Candy, Ojai County Police Department because I was a suspect. They were looking at me they thought maybe he was just out that day. You know, they didn't know I'd been gone forever and a day and that there were already divorce papers. They also were we need to figure out, were you just getting groceries that day? Were you doing polycule runs as well? What's the
doing cuck runs? Let's be honest. All right, so here's the deal. Fucking Aaron, man. I only defended Aaron because I like to defend the underdog. It's kind of like a theme of the show. Always defending the underdog, always defending the little guy. And I see this dude who, in my opinion, was preyed upon by Nick Rekieta because Nick wanted a younger woman to fulfill his needs. But he's got a wife, though. And they've already did the swinger thing, and now he's got an opportunity to do it again. If he was a Chad, he would just steal the woman, but he knows that he can't. He had to sacrifice his own wife to get the little younger prize, which is April Imholt. And the way that Nick is going about this is very off-putting. He has certainly fallen from grace. And this is somebody that I generally liked before. And again, obviously he's innocent until proven guilty. However, I see the way that this guy behaves on the internet. And what really puts me off was that he has a lot of loving and adoring fans. And these people legitimately love Nick. They care about him. And they want nothing but the best for him. He should be so blessed that there are people all over the country or the world, whatever, who love and care about his well-being enough to wish him well. And he spits in their faces and calls them fucking parasites and pieces of shit and all this other stuff. And it kind of turns me off. Doesn't make me feel real good. especially since I've seen him interact with his fans before. And I know there's a good person in there, but that person is gone. And that person has been taken over seemingly by illicit drug use. It's not the same guy anymore. And yes, I did call Nick Rekieta a bitch. You fucking go on the internet. You call Aaron Imholt fat. You call him a retard. You call him all this shit. You say that he got cucked out of his life, which is not even entirely accurate. He got cucked out of a marriage, sure, but not out of his life. You got cucked out of your life. And Aaron did that because Aaron is fucking crazy and vindictive, and he fights fire with gasoline. He made it very clear he doesn't care if he goes to jail. He wants to hurt Nick because Nick preyed on their relationship because he wanted a little younger prize, because Nick made it very clear that his old lady is just not doing it for him anymore. So he traded up in his mind, but he had to sacrifice the wife to Aaron. And then when the opportunity came, he kicked him out of the cuck circle. Aaron, feeling jealous, resentful, and hurt, decided to fight fire with gasoline. And the drama is hilarious, so I support it. And I support Aaron, even though Aaron does suck. I try to get him on the show. I try to reach out to him because he made some very critical mistakes. And I'm like, dude, you need a strategist in your corner because you're making really big fucking mistakes, man. You're opening yourself up legally. You got a lot of exposure, and you're making you're fucking up, man. So he didn't care to respond to my messages, so fuck him. But Nick, yeah, I called him a bitch. And then he's going around saying, I hope Aaron wins makes $1 million. But behind the scenes, he's trying to use April Imholt to interfere in his divorce, in the arrangement, in the divorce agreement. He was trying to goad her into asking for more money, demanding more money, claiming there's impropriety throughout the process, that there's a conflict of interest because of the lawyer that Aaron Imholt retained. He's reaching out to other content creators like Keanu or Kiki, who, by the way, her show fucking sucks. Keanu and Gino, if you see this, I think you both are talentless fucking retards. And whatever following you have, you don't deserve it. They turned on Aaron, and they've been, at least Keanu was communicating with Nick. And this is another reason why I kind of like just really got turned off by the whole Nick thing, was he's saying cringy shit like, I'm an agent of chaos. He's really channeling his cringe Joker persona. And I just can't fucking do it anymore. I can't pretend. And one thing that I, doing content creation is like, I'm not going to fucking just like temper my speech and defend people like this or run cover and interference for them. No, I'm just going to be honest. And I think it's all cringe. Keanu the hooker. I don't know if she's a hooker. She might be, but I don't know. She's just she used to be Aaron Imholt's co-host, and she fucking turned on him, and that's a fucking turn off too. It's like, how, like, dude, like, this guy was gonna go to your wedding, you guys like hung out before, like he's best friends with Gino Bisconti, or at least he used to be, and then you turn on him, and you just pull your pants down and take a giant shit on him. Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, Aaron Imholt is cringe, but I mean, at least his show is like, a little bit funny. And even then, like, dude, like, these people are just so up their ass, talking about their like retarded radio drama. Like, nobody gives a fuck about, the deal with Compound Media, or, oh, this radio host said that. All these people are fucking talentless hacks. And this is honestly the funniest fucking thing that's ever happened to them in their entire lives. And yeah, Aaron's blowing it. He's blowing it, man. I mean, he got an easy fucking W. And the reason why Nick is not saying anything to Aaron, because Aaron is not just, he was just a suspect. The guy's a star witness. And if Nick were to go after him or make comments about him, it would be seen as witness intimidation or witness tampering or something to that effect. So when Nick was hanging out with Christy Mayer and doing the show, and by the way, Nick was getting roasted, and rightfully so, he kept being asked, like, well, what are your thoughts about Aaron? He's like, I can't talk about him. I absolutely can't say anything about him. I'm not going to say anything about him. It's done. That's a wrap, man. And now that April is facing charges as well, my guess would be that the prosecution is gonna scare her and they're gonna flip her because they really, really, really want to fuck Nick and Kayla. Because Nick is an asshole. You know, when you're not playing with a full deck, you don't just go swinging at the guy like Aaron when he's got the fucking goods on you, man. He's got the drop on you. You're calling him fat. You're calling him retarded. You know, you're making fun of him. And everybody was making fun of Aaron. And then Aaron started broadcasting everything. He just stopped giving a fuck. And I thought that was really manly of him. I have a lot of respect for Aaron for that because it was humiliating. But he is fighting fire with gasoline and he doesn't care if he gets burned. So I kind of have respect for that. And they're going to use him to put Nick away. And again, Nick making so many fucking errors, calling the CPS corrupt, saying, you know, my constitution, you know, saying the judge is a piece of shit, yada, yada, yada. It's like, dude, these people can fuck you. And you are antagonizing them. You're not just poking the bear. You're kicking it in its nuts. And they're going to devour you. Full stop. So I have no sympathy for Nick. He should have just fucked off and chilled out. Maybe do like a short video like, look, I know you're hearing a lot of shit. I'm not allowed to talk about it. Leave it at that. And somebody in the government is literally leaking all these proceedings, all these, you know, meetings that he's having. All these really sensitive documents are being dropped the more that he lies. And he is lying, by the way. And he's trying to parade himself around as like this like great lawyer and this super smart trad guy. The trad dad facade is gone. The smart guy facade is gone. The trad, all of it is gone. All of it is gone. And he did it to himself. And good fucking riddance, man. You can lie on the internet, but you can't lie to the internet. I have no sympathy for him. Especially after the way that you treated your fans. I mean, because like, while this is bad, he probably could come back from this if he really wanted to, but not anymore, man. I mean, look at the civil war that happened between LawTube, and rightfully so, because the little cartel that they had, it needed to be broken up. It needed to be fractionated. I think that's a good thing. Wishing $1 million is a passive-aggressive insult. It is a passive-aggressive insult. He's very, very passive-aggressive, very sassy, and yeah, and just everybody surrounding Aaron is just a fucking jackass. All these people suck. Gino sucks. Keanu sucks. Talentless retards. Nick was the only one with a little bit of talent, and he fucked it up with drugs and alcohol. You know, he had a beautiful family. He pissed that away. I mean, how embarrassing would it be to be the older kids in that family? It's like, yeah, my dad let this morning radio host, this morning zoo guy, fuck my mom. But in exchange, he got to have the younger girlfriend, who, by the way, ended up ruining his life and ruining my home. And, oh, yeah, the whole home is disheveled and yada, yada, yada. Like, it's like, dude, what are you fucking doing, man? Nick and Aaron are both responsible for the situation. Getting into a swinger open relationship can easily destroy your life. I have little sympathy for either. They are equally culpable. I agree, Carl Johansson. You know, like, at first I was, like, really aggressive in my defense of Aaron. But Ryan Harkness, by the way, cool dude, fucking hilarious. Find him on Twitter. I'm following him, Ryan Harkness. Great show. He's like, you know, both of these guys gooned too close to the sun. Like, Aaron, like, he's not stupid because he hangs around like a lot of degenerates like Gino and Keanu. And he probably knew instinctively that, like, Nick wanted to fuck April. And he let it happen because he's like, hey, I have this lawyer YouTube guy, this non-practicing lawyer shithead who wants to hang out with us and fuck my wife. But you know what? He's so popular. You know, he's on Netflix and he's got these deals and, you know, he's got, you know, he's getting better numbers than CNN. Like, I can probably, you know, get something out of this. And he didn't. He ruined his own marriage. He shamed his family. He embarrassed his children. Both of these men embarrassed their children. I think Nick is worse, but Nick isn't innocent either, even though, like, I defended him for the sake of comedy and because he is the underdog, you know, because Nick is, like, you know, super cool, funny guy, and Aaron isn't any of those things. So, yeah, they gooned too close to the sun, man. Nick is screwed. He should have left that shit state. I don't even know what he could do. Goon Yeti, correct. We believe you, Zombie Bomb. I like to goon in the moonlight. Yeah, you do. Probably with one candle lit. I don't even know what I would do. I mean, if I was Nick, or if I was able to compel him, it's like, dude, do a short video. Be like, look, man, some shit happened. I'm clearing it up. I'm not allowed to talk about it. I know everyone's gonna ask me a million questions, but I just can't. I can't. So set your ego aside, leave it at the door, because his behavior ended up pissing people off in government enough for them to leak your shit because you got a bad attitude. That attitude needed to go. You can't be fucking taking shots at Aaron. And you also got to quit drugs, which it doesn't seem like he wants to. And he's got to ditch the chick too. Like, April's cute, but not worth jail time cute. I mean, realistically, he doesn't face prison time, but given his behavior, given how much the government in Minnesota doesn't like him, he might go to jail. At most, if he does, probably 6 months. Him and Kayla, 6 months. It's not the fucking Middle Ages. I have fake candles. Hey, fuck you. You know what? Real candles are awesome. I hope Nick's court stuff is live. It should be. I know the Kiwi Farms people, what Noel, who I guess runs the farms, this guy named Noel, what he suggested was he will gladly pay for a crew to go to court and to film everything. Because it's a state thing. It's not federal, so they should allow it. Like the actual criminal court, not the child abuse shit or the child neglect stuff. Those are not televised. Those are not filmed. Those have to be private because of little children involved and foster parents and yada yada yada. But the criminal stuff, that is likely. I know Noel wants to do it. I don't know if it's likely to happen, but it's possible. I mean, his arraignment was public on Zoom. So I don't see why this wouldn't be the case. So we'll see. There's a lot of interest in it. There's a lot of interest in it because this guy was on Netflix. This guy did get better ratings than CNN. And yeah, you know, he might have made a difference in the Rittenhouse trial. Because the Rittenhouse defense, they were watching Nick Rekieta's stream. They were watching all of that. Very interesting shit. I don't think it really had an impact, but they were watching it. And the Rittenhouse trial was one of the most important things that happened in this country. Legal-wise. I do really hope Nick doesn't get screwed, but how the government is awful, I really wouldn't expect a good outcome. Like, the only way that I could, like, foresee myself not feeling the way that I do about Nick is if he, like, does, like, a legitimate apology. He needs to be like, look, like, I made fucking mistakes. I can't really own up to it or be specific given what is happening in my life right now, but mistakes were made, and my conduct online was not cool. I failed you guys. I was rude to you guys. I insulted my own fans, and you know, things need to change, and things will, but I can't be specific. Like, if I was Nick, that's something that I would say. Then I'd be like, all right, maybe redemption, you know, is in the cards now. And Aaron, initially, that's how I felt about Aaron, because he's like, I fucked up. This is what happened, yada, yada, yada. And now he's just like acting like such a jackass. Like, I kind of want him to go to jail too. Maybe him more so than Nick. It's sad what happened to Nick, and I don't want to make like too many jokes about it or really be too cruel because like there's kids involved. And like, while the situation is funny, the kids shit is not. Like, I'm kind of serious about the kids stuff, and man, did he fuck up. All right, my baby's asleep. All right, well, we gotta move on. All right, we gotta get into the 304 stuff. And you know what? This is a short show, so we'll probably do a consumed sins. We haven't done one of those in a while. All right, laundry. It's because he doesn't like doing laundry. All right, Billy Pratt. Let's read this. This is from Our Regretful Parents. Our Regretful Parents, a subreddit on the shitty Reddit website. I think I want to leave my husband. I had the day off of work today, and I spent the morning clearing clean laundry from the basement couch. My husband puts his clothes there to, I think she says, to dry. As I was sorting through the clothes and towels, I couldn't help but feel resentful towards him. I asked him to put his clothes away, and a few days ago, And again, I am doing something I asked him to do because he didn't do it. I put all his clothes into a basket that was enough for fill 2 entire baskets full. I barely filled half a basket with the kids and my clothes that were mixed in with his. In our bedroom, his side of the room has a bunch of clothes on the floor. His dresser has tons of garbage and various things on it. Meanwhile, my side is clear from laundry with a few personal items intentionally placed, and my bedside table is a little cluttered, but there is no garbage on it. I am trying to figure out how I can move into a different room so I don't have to continue sharing a space with him. I don't know what to do. I feel cornered and wish I had never had children with him. You know, I'm reading this and I feel like there's a lot more going on in this household. It's like, first off, the little things will get you. The little things add up. They get in and they make a big pile, a big mess. And if you like, I remember when I was in a relationship with this bitch once, and she just wanted me to do these little things for her. And I thought it was like too much of a tall order. I always made an excuse not to do them. And had I just did the little things that she wanted, the relationship probably could have worked. But I was just too stupid to notice. And I feel like this is another case of that. It's like, dude, like, how hard is it for the man to keep the house orderly? To just clean up after yourself as you go. I feel like that kind of behavior breaks off into other parts of the life. And I mean, saying you regret having a family with a guy, I mean, this is more than just laundry. Way more than just laundry. Bitch, smell his socks. Disavow. Let's pull her hair out. Shut up, zombie bomb. Off with her head. All right, so is this a case of lazy modern woman syndrome, or does the woman have a point? Now, there's a lot of variables that are unknown here, because if she's a stay-at-home mom, again, even if she's a stay-at-home mom, I feel like the man should still be picking up after himself as he goes. However, like, how hard is it for you to just put, the clothes away? I don't know. Rabble. The biggest red pill is you cannot expect loyalty from women. They're not wired for it. They just use the men to get the children, then they're done with you. It's not their fault. I don't feel like all of them are like that. Like, I've definitely seen my fair share of loyal women. I'm not with any of them, obviously. But, I feel like Coach Red Pill, I don't know, dude. I mean, like, look, some women are like that. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Like, those types of chicks do exist. They'll just use you, and, they'll play the game, and once they get what they want, they'll discard you. They'll find any reason to get rid of you. Yeah, but this would suggest that other things are going on in the house. Let me see what some of the commenters are saying. There's something else. Yeah, this is exactly what I said. I haven't even read these. No one is getting divorced over laundry. It's just her chosen reason. Maybe it's been building a while. Maybe she has a new coworker that gives her the tingly feelings. I don't know. It sounds like it's laundry. I don't mind doing laundry, but I hate doing dishes. My late fiance hated doing laundry and threw his clothes on the floor next to the hamper all the time, but he didn't mind doing dishes. So I did laundry and he did dishes. Problem solved. I miss him. Oh, post-wall regret. Oh, we even got a Bible quote in the bio. Just one of those. Everyone is saying it's something deeper or wrong. It's literally just the laundry. Women do this kind of thing all the time. I bet this whole thing happened over the course of 10 minutes. She saw undone laundry and created a whole scenario in her head. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that... I mean, it is compelling. This can happen. I mean, dude, people fucking throw away their relationships over the dumbest shit. I mean, I've gone into fights with chicks over the dumbest things. So I'm out here trying to defend this woman, but given my experience, I should know better. So maybe it is a case of lazy modern woman syndrome. She senses that the laundry is symbolic of him being ignorant of or unsympathetic to her needs. I think it's literally just laundry. She should just tell him. Laughing my ass. I don't know. Like I said, there's just too many variables missing here. I need to know what she does for a living, how much time she spends in the household. If she works part-time, that matters. I need to know how often they fight. I need to know if she's even told him, like, hey, what the fuck? Put this shit away. A lot of things unknown, so we're gonna have to just leave this. All right, so what do we got here?
I went on a date with a guy last night, and he said to me, "You seem like you're really bored of men." Obviously. I said, "I've seen it all, so I'm just kind of collecting data." He's like, "I can tell." And that's the aura, bitches, that we need to have. Being bored of men and their bullshit until they prove that they are capable of being what we need. But I just think that's cool that I've gotten to a point where men can tell that I'm bored of them.
You know, here's what I see. Here's what happened. She got betrayed or left behind by Chad. And now she's stuck with, now she's like, whatever, fuck it, I'll give anybody a shot. She's obviously not interested in the guys that she's going out with. She's probably fucking around on her phone. She probably shows up with this shit attitude. And she wants to blame it on me, on regular dudes. No. No, I'm not buying this. Yeah, this is what's so funny? Like, I told somebody, because I was sleeping with this chick, and she loved TikTok. She was always on TikTok. And I'm like, dude, these women are fucking annoying. Like, no wonder they're single. Like, I don't like people with attitudes, especially like women, like on a date. I think I've only dealt with that once, and that shit ended real quick. I'm like, no, thank you, and I'm not paying. Dude, this voice. I mean, let's look at all the red flags here. All right, so she wants to hold all men accountable for something a very few select group of dudes did to her. So that's one thing. So there's collective guilt, this collective punishment shit. And then she wants to spread her misery to other women. And then, of course, the voice.
He said to me, "You seem like you're really bored of men." Obviously.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think that's what that guy said. I think that's a lie. I think what she said, or what the guy said, was, you look like you're just really fucking bored and like you don't really want to do this. And he called her out. And she's just kind of projecting.
I said, "I've seen it all, so I'm just kind of collecting data." He's like, "I can tell." And that's the aura, bitches.
Yeah, I told her, but anyway, back to that girl I was hooking up with. I told her, like, if you want the worst dating advice imaginable, go on TikTok. If you want the worst financial advice, go on Facebook. That jaw looks like it can cut diamonds. You think so? I don't know. I think she just looks like a total bitch right here. Like,
that we need to have. Being bored of men and their bullshit until they prove that they are capable of being what we need.
Why would I provide anything that you need when you show up to a date with this fucking attitude? If I take you somewhere nice like Applebee's with this shit, no, it's gonna be problems. I don't want to bring a girl like that around Applebee's, for sure. Like this, like, okay. First off, she's got an attitude. She's showing up to these dates trying to make a point and trying to hold all these dudes collectively guilty for something that's like her own personal shit. And none of that. She's on social media. She's on TikTok, dude. Massive red flag. Like, women on TikTok is like dudes with like a sub 500 credit score. Very, very bad. Very bad. Total red flag. Can't do it. Let's see. Fried vocal bitches calling other people boring. That jaw. I would take a fat black chick over this basic white trash any day. At least fat black chicks aren't boring. Save your bit mid. Dude, I don't know if I can do the fat chick thing though. Especially like what you described. I would take my chances with this, but only for one night. She sounds like sad Batman. Yeah, let's listen to that one more time. Is this sad Batman?
So I'm just kind of collecting data. He's like, "I can tell." And that's the aura, bitches, that we need to have. Being bored of men and their bullshit until they prove.
It's more like the sassy woke Batwoman. Remember when they what was her fucking name? That one actress. Fuck, I can't remember her name. Ruby Rose. No, I was gonna say Ruby Freeman, but that's the fat woman who works in the election department in Georgia. Fuck, she was the fucking Batwoman that was canceled, and she was replaced by a chick with an afro. You guys know who I'm talking about? It's like super skinny. She was in that John Wick movie. She was like the mute girl. Dating this chick is like dating a stoner skater boy. Dude, stoner skater boys aren't fucking retarded like this. MTMG. As a former, I was gonna say stoner. As a former skater boy myself, like, no, we were way cooler than this. I think I got one more in me. Oh, this isn't even relationship related, really. This is a surprise cringe, and then we're gonna do a consume sins. We're gonna confess before the Lord our sins that we've committed before our Father. All right, so female comedian. All right, let's watch.
Young dude, they got stamina. They don't even need young dude, they got stamina. They don't even need gas station pills or nothing. This nice young gentleman finally says, "Oh, I'm gonna take you out on a date." And then I got really nervous, you guys, because date is just an acronym for dick at the end. So finally, he figures out I like tequila.
Nobody laughed. Nobody laughed. Dude, imagine this is like your daughter, bro. Like, this is your daughter. It's like, oh my god. All right, you're cut her from the will. Cut her from the will.
Feeding me tequila shots, right? We're 1, 2, 10 tequila shots in. Now I'm being myself, right? So he's like, "Let's go back to my place."
Dude, this looks like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's like less successful sister. And fatter too.
And then I got really excited because he had to play his Miami Improv. So I'm excited. I run in, I throw off my clothes, and I jump on his futon on all fours. Right? And I look back and he's fucking terrified, you guys. So I'm sitting there, water balloon titties going on. You know, because they're real, so if you bend over, they do a... You guys know. So I'm sitting there, water balloon titties going on. And finally I remember...
Water balloon titties. All right.
That during dinner he tells me he likes video games. So I'm like, fuck, I got this. I could fix this. So finally I look back and I look deep into his eyes, Miami Improv. And I was like, EA Sports, get in the game. And he did, you guys. It was fucking great. It was so much fun. Young.
Bro, I could do comedy. I'd be so much better at it than like these fucking bitches. Ugh. How is she out of breath? She's just talking. Crying face emoji. Get over it. Girls are cool and women funny. Jokes are supposed to have punchlines. She thought it meant stand in line and wait for sugary drinks. This is bad. Women are not funny. Sorry. This is not comedy. Just a woman bragging about being a hoe. This one needs to go back. What was she saying? God. I don't know. Yeah, EA Sports is in the game. Dude, that chick's probably older than me. I haven't heard that in fucking years. It's been over a decade since I heard that. If EA still like makes video games with like EA Sports in the game, like I'll fucking just end myself right now. Female comedians always talk about sex or men. Once you start noticing, you never stop noticing. No, it's pretty obvious. Lose some weight, love. You're out of breath just by standing on a stage and talking. Well, she bent over with her water balloon titties. Didn't you hear the joke? They're never funny, and all they ever want to talk about is getting pumped and dumped. Yeah, if this story is true, which could be, she got with his younger dude. I want to say meaner shit, but I don't want to get fucking banned. Let me read some of these. Woo for sagging titties. Yeah, you can smack them around. The joke was mid, but delivery made it worse. Yeah, the delivery was pretty bad. I mean, this joke could be a lot funnier. All right, so before breaking this down, I mean, the problem with this set with this bit here is that the way that she's telling the story is how she would tell like her uncles and her family at like a quinceanera or something. She's like, yo, man, I took this little mijo home. And, then he was like, I put the Wii remote in my pussy because he played video games and shit. Like that's what it sounds like to me. Like it sounds like she's talking to her family at a fucking quinceanera. Like honestly, like this isn't funny at all. So the delivery sucks. And again, brevity is the soul of wit. And that applies to jokes, not just film, but jokes. So jokes are, they're like little mini stories. And there's a fucking hook, there's a punchline, there's a fucking setup, there's a build up to it. And if it takes a minute and 30 seconds to make the point that this dude fed you drinks and he fed you drinks, he got you tipsy, he took you home, and he was afraid to fuck you unless you made a video game reference, like there is a joke there, but this isn't it.
Really nervous, you guys, because date is just an acronym for dick at the end?
Dating is just an acronym for dick at the end. Okay.
So finally,
this is like this is what like AOC would look like had she not won that congressional seat.
he figures out I like tequila. He starts feeding me tequila shots, right? We're 1, 2, 10 tequila shots in. Now I'm being myself, right? So he's like, let's go back to my place. And then I got really excited because he had a place, Miami Improv. So I'm excited. I run in, I throw off my clothes, and I jump on his futon on all fours. Right? And I look back.
Right? What do you mean? Don't fucking look at me. Yeah, this is way too long. This is way too fucking long. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, dude, it's funny because she's got giant titties. Dude, she just lost like 35 pounds. I don't care how unfunny she is. Maybe I would. Let me check my bookmarks really quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything good. The fuck? Where are my bookmarks at? Oh shit, this JoJo Siwa shit. Oh my god, dude. Dude, there's an audio engineer out there who's like, look, man, I've been working 12 hours a day. I just want to go home to my kids and be with my family. And like, he can't because he has to fucking record this fucking dumb bitch.
Fucking. Thank you.
Dude, JoJo Siwa is more AstroTurf than Kamala Harris. Still not as cringe as Kamala Harris. Carl Johansson, you're absolutely right. There's very few things on this planet that are more cringe than Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is like top of the cringe. Brad Summer is fucking canceled. Okay, I'm canceling it. Kamala, the queen of cringe. Agreed. You are definitely underrated. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Gio, if she just fermented like 30 years, what do you mean fermented? What do you mean? What does that mean? All right, let's go back to the bookmarks really quick. What else did I miss? Before we do our consume sins. Oh yeah, this boogie horse shit. I was gonna send this to a buddy.
I say over and over and over again, I hate being alive, I hate being alive, I hate breathing, I hate being alive. I'm in tremendous pain, Help me. I'm in so much pain, I'm in so much pain.
You know, like, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I'm like, you know what? I'm team Boogie. Because Boogie, much like Keanu and Gino Bisconte and Aaron and all those guys, talentless hack. Unfunny, totally worthless. And I saw right through the whole, I'm a fucking nice guy. Look at me. I'm so nice and awesome. I'm so cool. Like, look at me. I'm so empathetic. I'm empathying all over. Like, I just saw right through that shit. I'm like, this guy's a fucking fat snake. He's not funny. His shit sucks. And it made me so mad. All the fucking idiots that bought into this. And then he faked cancer. And he probably raked in a lot of money. And then he did that crypto scam or something. I don't know. I heard he did something like that. I was just nodding my head in agreement. I'm like, you know what? Good. punish those retards who follow his shit, like his content. They deserve to be tricked for falling for such a blatant fucking scam. This fat walking, talking scam. He's a locale, but you know what? Someone's got to teach those idiots a lesson. What else? Oh, shit, yeah. Eric July is ripping off art. So I remember seeing this art when I was a little kid, like in the 90s. It's like this hideous rat driving this hot rod. And then, of course, this shitter, Eric July, he ended up releasing this book called Gooding, where I think Gooding is a rainbow man. Like, he likes to suck dick. He's like, hi, I'm Gooding. I'm here to save you. Hi, I'm Gooding. Drop your pants and let me look at your ball sack. Well, he's hanging up in one of the stills here, one of the frames. He's panels. I mean, one of the panels. Gooding is hanging up a poster of this rat in the thing, and this isn't even traced. It's just a copy and pasted copyrighted image. Eric, you are fucking stupid. Google Ringgold versus Black and call your rockstar lawyers. Nice art direction, and I think Cap White is the actual creator of this art. Yeah. Hey, Eric July. Did you get permission from Ed Roth's family to use his rat fink image? I'm sure the Vickyverse has something to say, as she's been yapping about stealing images all week. Oh yeah, Vickyverse is one of my enemies. This fucking bitch, this dumb pumpkin-haired bitch. Yeah, so I'm definitely not going to be reaching out to Ed Roth's family or the copyright holders of this specific art. I'm not going to reach out to them and make them aware that Eric July, the millionaire, backed by the Blaze Network, is ripping off their art. I'm not going to do that because I'm not a snitch. Ed Roth's family does not need to be made aware that Eric July is clearly infringing on their copyright. I'm sure somebody's going to tell them, anonymously, of course. But am I going to do it? Probably not. All libertarians are rainbow men, fictional and non-fictional. Probably true. Relate. Thank you, Bear. Yeah, base. I would hope so. Tony, what's going on over on Kick? Thank you for joining. All right, so let's see what else do we got here. Oh, this is fake. I don't even know why I saved that. Boring Biden shit. Who cares? Some of this stuff is really just for me. What's your stream about? My stream is about everything. It's about life. It's about the election. It's about the future of this country. Guys, it's been a long time since we met with the Lord. But now more than ever, we need to speak to him. Yes, gather around, children, gather around. We need to confess before the Lord sins that we have committed. I am here to defend the revealed word. I'm here to admonish us. I'm here to expel sin from our life. If you have consumed lately, now is the time to confess. In the chat. Tony Blandito, the elections, that shit is rigged by the... Oh, I can't say that. What have I consumed lately? Well, my work subsidized my brand new Samsung Galaxy Ultra, the 24th one, of course. I really shouldn't be buying this stuff. We're on the brink of an economic recession. We need to be careful with how we spend our money. We need to be saving. This is the last major purchase I'm ever going to make. Or at least the last major purchase I make this year. Life is too short, man, to consume. A lot of people are out there consuming, living soulless lives. They're going to the movies and watching these garbage pieces like Deadpool 3. What is that? Doesn't even got a plot. It's not coherent. But the people, they eat it up. The youth, like my former co-host, or my current co-host, Cheese, just eats it up like a good little goyim. Just consuming that goy slop. And the more that he does, the further away from the Lord he gets. Amen. We need to scale back the spending. We need to scale back the consumer mentality. The only thing we should be consuming is a revealed word. The only thing that we should be consuming is the love of our Father who art in heaven. Right now, I had an itch to buy something, but I stopped myself because, look, I looked at the stock market and, crypto's down, the NASDAQ is down, everything is fucking down. My 401k is fucked. Luckily, I didn't really, I didn't contribute too much to it because I think it's bullshit, I'd rather just hold on to my money. I think that paid off in the end. I had to look up what Brat Summer meant. You know what Brat Summer means, you guys? Some fucking Charlie XC horseshit. She's a fucking singer. And the artist coined Kamala as like the brat. Whatever that means. I didn't even know Charlie XC still made music. And unfortunately, they just dropped a new album called Brat, and it's just total garbage. But on Urban Dictionary, it suggested otherwise. However, if you got young ones in your life, and they're listening to Charlie XC, they're going to stray from the Lord. And they're going to support the communist known as Kamala Harris, the ultimate brat. Well, to that I say Brat Summer is canceled. All right, so those in the chat, now more than ever, you need to confess your sin. Bro, so true. I can't even go to the movies in peace anyway because blacks hoot and holler and play on their phones. Yeah, dude, they're consuming Instagram. They're consuming that Snapchat. They're consuming Quavo. And they're not letting Tony Blendetto watch that shitty Deadpool 3 in peace. God damn it, he's committing a sin by consuming, but he paid for that shit. Let the boy watch Deadpool 3 in peace and be disappointed without the sounds of thuggery. When there are two gods is with us. I am consuming a lot right now, but it's all construction materials for my house. Siding is next. You know what? The Lord wants you to be safe. I don't know. I'm not even convinced construction material is a part of consume culture. You need a roof over your head. Let God handle the rest. You cannot stop consuming as a Christ cuck. It's your Christ goy job to serve the gods of money. God damn it, shut up, Marks. Exactly. I can't even watch garbage in peace. None of us can. Can't go to a movie. Fuck, man, I can't even. I was riding my motorcycle and then this fella was right next to me. And he was blaring this fucking garbage music. I can't even ride my motorcycle in peace. The sound of the road is serene compared to the garbage I was just bombarded with. Kamala is going to put firefighters back in chains. By firefighters, you mean regular Americans? Trying to think what else I consumed. I bought this quad lock mount for the motorcycle. I have a different one because the one that I have in the stem is not really holding up. Amen. I've consumed, ladies and gentlemen. And all I ask is for forgiveness. God damn it, I was at a kiosk today and I got these Lay's chips. I consumed the goy slop. I was fucking hungry, man. Haven't eaten all day and I'm just like, you know what, give me the goy slop. But I came home and I made me a protein meal and kind of balanced it out. Amen. I'm Team Coconut. The country is doomed. Kamala needs to speed up the collapse. Dude, I just can't do like the boss babe shit. Like, yeah, the collapse stuff is funny. But I don't like the boss babe queen culture. I don't like the Brat Summer shit. Like, I can't stand that fake fucking laugh. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I'm not going to consume Kamala memes. When there are two of us, Christians, God is with us. That is true, Pale Rider. Yeah, man, I mean, like consume culture, man, that's a trick of the enemy. All that stuff does is demoralize you. It weakens you. It makes you dumber, slower, boring, lifeless, soulless. People don't get it. You know, the things that I got the most shit from, I said that Deadpool 3 is not that good. And man, did I reap the fucking whirlwind for saying that. But in the polling, people agreed with me that Deadpool 3 was garbage. But my friends, like I said, earlier, like a lot of them are normies. They didn't like it. Got a lot of shit for that. I got a lot of shit for saying the moon landing wasn't real. I don't consume regime media propaganda. I don't consume regime approved narratives like a man went to the moon and planted the American flag. Amen. I don't believe a man was playing golf, teeing off with his homie in an astronaut suit. I don't believe he got on a telephone and called the president of the United States. Amen. I think it's all bullshit. And I got attacked for it. But that's what the Lord wants. How does the Lord know that you are loyal to the revealed word? How does he know you are faithful? You got to take a beating in life. And the only way that you can prove yourself is by being completely and totally honest about the world around you. I was honest about the moon landing. I was honest about Deadpool 3, and I was punished for it. Fine, go and watch Aiden Ross tongue bathe Trump, staple some diplomas to green cards. Why don't you? Dude, he walked that back, Tony. Trump walked it back, man. He said he made a mistake, and he's not going to do that. Carl Johansson, I would encourage people to go further than not consuming and start purging to some degree. I have actually been selling guitars, which is unusual. You know what? Purging is good. You gotta remove that wickedness, not just from your heart, but from your closet, from your garage, from the guest room, whatever the case may be. You got too much stuff, man. Too much stuff, too little faith. Less is more. That's what this is scriptures now. Less is more. I didn't get that until fairly recently. I hate to quote the Fight Club, but there comes a point where it's like, I don't have things. These things have me. And the more I collect, the more that I am drowning in this consumer whore culture, the further away from God I get. But my idols, I'm celebrating Brad Summer with a group of fash goys. Look, dude, with the NASDAQ dropping, with crypto bros taking the fattest fucking L's imaginable, I think Brad Summer is canceled. Brad Summer is officially canceled. Brad Summer is not even organic. It comes from a Hollywood sexual. It comes from one of these Satanists in the music industry polluting the airwaves with the most vapid, shittiest garbage pop music. I would review it, but it would be tantamount to torturing little Muslims in Guantanamo Bay. I can't do it. Cope and seethe, chud. It's coconut time. I refuse. It is not coconut time. It's time to make America great again. It's time to put the revealed word of God first. Amen. I just can't do it. I can't do what I know to be evil. It is evil to support the eternal brat. It is evil to support the Democratic Party. Even if it's cringe. Even if Zion Dawn has some bad takes about the Middle East. I still think it's the right thing to do. For goodness sake, man, he was inches away from perishing right before our eyes. He was almost Minecrafted IRL. Is that not a sign from the Lord that we need to back the orange man, the orange Messiah? Well, I think so. Using the word brat makes your IQ drop on every use. Friedrich Marsh, you're probably right. We can't be using the terminology of the devil, using the verbiage of the enemy. it only serves to weaken us. This is Jordan Peterson speaking now. That's what he says. You know, bucko, when you utter lies, it weakens you. Trump is orange and gay. Kamala is queen. God damn it, Tony. Stop. You're out of line, boy. Now get on your knees and repent. And pray to the orange man. And pray for forgiveness. Pray that America is made great again. By Vance, the weirdo, and Trump. Oh, man. So this week, you guys, what have you consumed? What do you regret consuming? For me, I ate some Lay's chips. Regrettable. I was at Best Buy, and I bought this fucking screen protector for this goddamn phone, and it's already fucking ruined, and I didn't drop it or anything. Like, I don't know what's going on here. It's making me really, really fucking mad. Really, really mad. I'm getting another one tomorrow. I'm getting my money back. But this is what happens, man. I got this consumer anxiety right now. The consumer anxiety is so real. What happens if the market, if it doesn't stabilize, if the numbers don't improve by the end of the week, we're going to see layoffs. We're going to see massive lines at the welfare office. And no one's going to be making the products that I need. I got that consumer anxiety. I need this out of me. I got to make the devil mad and expel this consumer whore sentiment in my soul. We're going to make Israel great again and fuck some couches with JD Van. Tony, how hard are you going to cry when you place your hand on the wall? I need to know. I need a final answer. I'm going to need a commitment, boy. Did you see the supposed pic of the flag fold itself into an angle like the shape above Trump? So cheesy. Dude, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, clearly it was a sign from the Lord that Trump is going to be our champion. I will place my hand on that wall 109 times if I have to. Oh, man. Look, I will place my hand on that wall for as long as I need to. Fucking do a Mr. Beast challenge on that wall if it means getting a deal in Hollywood, getting one of my screenplays made, if it means getting removed from the blacklist. Oh, man. Amen. Man, I feel good being vulnerable. Just confessing my sins. I'm trying to think, what else did I consume lately? It's really just the chips and this fucking phone shit. Oh yeah, I got these very rare skateboards. They were on sale. They're going to be decorative pieces in my house. I got to show you guys my anti-Trump shit because it's so fucking funny. This stuff isn't really anti-Trump, but funny nonetheless. More to come. Amen. I don't know why it's a blacklist, cheese. Motherfucker, were you napping? I wanted you to join me today. Had a lot of fun. It was a fun show. Dude, I consumed fucking Deadpool 3. And it made me feel so insignificant. It made me feel so weak. Because I'm just too pure for this life. I'm too pure for this world. I'm a purist. I'm avant-garde. And seeing Deadpool 3 succeed, seeing so many people praise this pile of shit, it's demoralizing. Now more than ever do I need the loving touch of God to guide me through this life. Amen. Freedom Mars, you consumed semen recently for $20 to fight inflationary costs. Hey, fuck yourself. I was having fun with your mom. Sorry. All right, Cheeseville, prepare to get banned. The moon landing at 69. Fun time. JFK was high on coke. Probably true. Oh, yes. consumed a cigarette before I started the show. My body is a temple and I can't quit. Right, everybody. That's enough of that. Well, so we didn't do a 4-hour show, which is great. But, hold on, who's messaging me? What are these notifications for? I was making fun of Justin Amash for losing the election. This guy, like, turned on MAGA, and he turned into, like, the biggest pussy ever. He turned into a libertarian. And, yeah, dude, you can't talk shit about Orange Man and expect to win the election, especially as a Republican. No sympathy. Fuck Justin Amash. What should I say? Mike Rogers is literally a globalist and CIA agent. Trump could have simply not endorsed anyone in the primary. How about Justin not be a little bitch, ass hater, should have bowed before the Orange King. Shame on Justin. Hope he goes away forever. LOL, moonlighting fake. Winky emoji. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I paid to watch Cowboy Bebop. Ew, why? What the fuck? You don't even have a job, bitch. The fuck are you doing buying that shit? Even though I've already seen it a lot. That is so disgusting. I mean, we're not... Hold up. Zombie Bomb, you make me so fucking sick. First off, consumed anime. It's your first problem. 2, you paid for it when you could have pirated it. All right? And 3, your ass ain't even got no fucking job. And you out here buying anime? Shit. The fuck is the matter with you? You're very welcome for the follow. Welcome to the Kick family. Thanks, Fox Warrior Gaming 4. I appreciate it. Love giving love to other streamers. Keep up the good work. Oh, yeah. I didn't use my own money. Zombie Bomb, even worse. You're out there consuming, engaged in sin, and you don't even have the gall to do it yourself. Someone else has to foot the bill. Typical woman behavior. This is why the youth scream repeal the 19th. This is why the youth are turning away from love and romance. This is why you guys are just being BTFO'd all over the internet because you keep making these stupid fucking decisions. Shame. Shame. Why didn't you tweet Nick Fuentes sucks? Oh. All right, hold on. We got to get serious for a second. All right, so. Look. Nick Fuentes is legitimately fucking funny. I generally like Nick. However, how fucking ever. I don't like this whole based Islam bullshit and this weird coalition he's trying to form with these violent radical Islamists. No fucking way. I don't care who you think your actual enemy is. Like okay, so he obviously doesn't like the tiny hat people, if you will. I'm trying not to use certain words because I don't want to get fucking banned. And he has a stick up his ass about a certain group of people, and he knows that these Islamic fellas don't like them either. And he wants to form this like weird cringy coalition. No, I don't know, dude. I'm just sussed out by it. I mean, you are brown, so I figured you'd be a fan. I am, but not okay. No, I don't want to say like I'm a fan of his. I just don't mind him. But he's saying stupid shit that I just like. What he's doing doesn't make any sense. He's teaming up with people who are displacing Europeans, and you know they're no. He's lost the plot. I mean, it's just plain and simple. He's lost the plot. Still a funny guy, you know. Based where it counts, I guess. But this weird coalition that he's trying to do or form, like no, sorry. I understand. If it's any consolation, you both get sent back after total Aryan victory. Hey, fuck you, all right? I'm not that fucking brown. God damn. Who's Justin? Justin Amash used to be a congressman. He was like full MAGA at one point, and then he ended up betraying Trump before the 2018 midterms, I think. I don't. My timeline might be wrong. And then he ended up losing, and he tried to. He betrayed MAGA by like switching to third party. So he was like an independent. He was a libertarian or some cringy bullshit like that. And then yeah, and ever since then, like he tried to crawl his way back in and get in good with the MAGA folk, and that just didn't happen. That never materialized. Let's see. Islam is only to be used as a meme against Spielberg's laughing emoji. Was it at least physical medium, like a CD? Oh yeah, Zombie Bomb's bullshit consumerism of Cowboy Bebop. Nick Fuentes is not very smart. I mean, I don't know. Like I used to think like he had pretty decent instincts. And again, like his delivery and like his content, like legitimately funny. Like he said some things that just like made me fall on the floor rolling with laughter. But I feel like he has, I don't want to say lost his way because that's kind of cringe, but he's turning into something completely different. And I'm suspicious of it. Like, again, this weird alliance he's forming with these violent Islamists, you know, because he hates certain groups of people who wear tiny hats. And again, like I like groypers. Like I met a lot of groypers out here in Vegas, especially during the Stop the Steal era, and they were all like really lovely and like really pleasant and just like well-mannered kids. But no, I don't fuck with this Islam shit, this Antifada, whatever the fuck they call it. I'm not down with any of that. The MAGA communists and all other subversives will be sent to Guantanamo Bay. And the groypers, even the white ones. Nick is funny because Nick is gay. Who knows, man? He might be. I don't know. I don't really care. Like that's the thing. Like I don't fucking care if he's like a furry or if he's like a, you know, whatever, a cat boy or like I just don't give a fuck about. Like I don't watch his show. Like I don't follow him really. Like the only time I really see Nick is like whenever like a video shows up or it goes viral because it's generally pretty funny. Like he said that like if zombies ever came back, like he would want to kill a certain career criminal to victimize him again. I thought that was kind of funny. Like it was a good joke. I mean, it's just a joke. All the white groypers left a while back. That's like the thing with a lot of like the so-called red pill movement, because like the red pill movement initially started as a way to see the world through a lens of like through a realistic lens, right? Like you saw the world for what it was, and those who were red pilled were able to navigate through life intelligently. But now like the red pill, it's like, you know, it's like pro-Islam and it's like really diverse too. It's like Sneeko and Andrew Tate and his brother and all these fucking Fuentes, you know, and shit like that. Like they're like the leaders of like the red pill or whatever the fuck. Like I don't know. Like it's so weird. Like all that shit's kind of cringe, and I was never a part of it. I was never a fan of Sneeko. Never really watched his stuff. Same with like Andrew Tate. Like again, I don't really like hate that dude, but like because he is legitimately funny. I just don't really care for any of that stuff. Like again, it's just too much diversity. You know, like I'm more of like a Camp of the Saints Republican, if you know what I mean. I like to, you know, like Paul Kersey and Jared Taylor. Like that shit's my jam. Yeah, man. That's a Colin Flaherty. Dude, that guy was my fucking hero, man. I loved Colin Flaherty. May he rest in peace. No longer with us. Died of cancer, unfortunately, or some sort of illness. Nick said that white Britons trying to reclaim their country right now are part of a Zionist plot. He's incredibly stupid and gay. Yeah, that's kind of why I said like he fucking sucks. You know, because like the Red TV or Red Ice TV, like those guys are fucking calling. Like those guys are cool. Like those guys are legitimately funny. And I don't know. I mean, at one point they defended Nick and, you know, gave him shout outs or whatever. Gave him a little platform to speak on when everybody else was terrified to host him. And Nick is just being fucking cringe and stupid. Nick is a clear Fed, and you shouldn't be even giving him a single breath unless it's mocking him. You're probably, dude, he might be a Fed. I know what Bait Alaska is a fucking Fed. That retard blocked me. Like the dude is clearly what's it called? Cooperating with the feds. You know, like all those people got really fucked up on January 6th, but somehow Baked Alaska was able to get away with it. Funny how that works. Sneeko's a cuck. Yeah, I know. Tates are feminist simps. Yeah, I know what they are. Let's see. Tate is the biggest chinless blue pillar to exist. Yeah, maybe. All right. Well, I think I went through all the bookmarks. Covered all the election shit. I've been around since TRS was relevant. What's TRS again? I need to know what TRS means. The right stuff .biz. I don't even know what that is, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really don't end the show. I might have to. We're already 3 hours in. I don't really like doing the 4-hour shows. I can't stream all night. And not only that, I want to take my dog out. Oh God. Drink a lot of water. I don't have a cam. I need to get a cam for the dog. If I do a cam for the dog, it's like I'm gonna just be a whore. It's gonna be like $5 to see the dog, and I'll pet it. I wish I had more pop culture stuff, you know. But I'm gonna be honest. Like I tried looking, not that hard, admittedly, but I did try looking, and like throughout the week, I was like, "What's good?" You know, pop culture wise, like nothing. Literally nothing. Oh wow, you don't remember the Daily Show? The Daily Show sounds familiar, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. Yes, dog cam. I'll send you a pic on Discord. All right, everybody. Well, that is a show. We confess our consumed sins. We went over a lot of really important shit. The crime stuff was fucking fire. I like doing the crime stuff, man. I just wish there was more of it. And yeah, I gotta take a break. It's been a long night. Been a long day. But it was a good day. And I gotta install this new mount on my motorcycle. Play the Warband game. What's a Warband game? Like Enoch is a subversive who tried to hide and shut down the truth of his genes. Man, I hope somebody no, I don't want to say. Because somebody, just imagine, you're not one of those people and someone's, falsely accusing you of being one. Like, that would suck. It's career ending in certain circles. But, yeah. If you posted a link, I can't see it. Yeah, for whatever reason, YouTube censors the chat. I don't do it. Post it in the Discord town square or the town center. All right, everybody. I appreciate everybody joining as always. It's been a fun show. I'll see you all next week. And don't forget, this Sunday, I have a debate. I'll post a link in Discord. I'll post it on the community page on YouTube. I'm going to fucking destroy this nerd, these NASA fuckboys. And like I said, I'm going in with evidence. I'm going in with receipts. So not only is he going to face, my philosophical wit, he's going to have to contend with some facts. And it's going to be fucked up. And I hope Ozzy and Talk sees this because I'm fucking mad that you leaked my DMs. It's a fucking bitch move. Everybody, I love you so much. Mwah. Peace.